It's time for the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection on the Tampa Bay Sports Connection Radio Network. Live from the Ferg Sports Bar and Grill Studios, across from Tropicana Field in downtown St. Petersburg, Florida. Providing a positive perspective from the Pee-wees to the preps and the pros across Tampa Bay and the USA. Get your head in the game with the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection and your host, Mike Rickard.
Providing a positive perspective from the Pee-wees to the preps to the pros on this February 14th, Valentine's weekend, but more importantly, the Tampa Bay Rays Fan Fest and the Tampa Bay Rowdies will be in the house today. It is their exhibition opener down at Lang Stadium. And I got to make this statement, Ray Kennedy, who's alongside me. We're on a kind of a barren group today. We've got two of our guys, Brad Richardson and Ben Botham. They're Seminole baseball, a little high school baseball action today for them. But Valentine's Day has always been, in my opinion, don't take this wrong, young lady, the biggest conspiracy in the history of mankind against the male species.
Okay,
that's all I'm going to say.
So you're anti-Hallmark, but what else is going on here with you, Mike?
And
today?
chocolate.
By the way, chocolate. Well, chocolate.
Don't say Happy Valentine's to me, dude.
Well, let me tell you the reason why Valentine's Day can be an issue, because if you
major issue.
Well, if you spend your time out there trying to get flowers and candy, and you don't have your eyes on this Valentine's Day special they have down here on the menu at the world famous
there you go.
Bar and Grill.
That's where you take your gal to a sports bar.
Well, this is how you get out of the doghouse on Valentine's Day. You come down here.
Your ass gets a lot deeper in.
Well, I won't after I bring my wife here, and we have the surf and turf for just $18. You've got a filet mignon with a blackened shrimp skewer and served over dirty rice. Comes with a side of asparagus and honey sauce.
I can just picture that on a paper plate.
I'm
kidding.
I'll go with the chicken empanadas for $12 as well. So that's the food we have down here first there on a weekend.
And John does a great job back there. Anyway, we're down here at Ferg Sports Bar and Grill. Very active weekend downtown. It is Fan Fest, 1 o'clock. People are probably queuing up, as they say. And I say queuing up because we're going to have a lot of English and international flavor in the second hour as we talk all things Rowdies and soccer. We've got the president, Ryan Helfrich, Jim Hart in the house with his gang. The champions draw. It's the fourth consecutive year. It's a high school draw. And I think you get the gist of it, don't you, Ray?
Oh, yeah, and I was just saying this morning, of course, I was down there already looking where they're set. They've closed 16th Street down for Fan Fest. Pointed out to Mayor Welch, someone had to blow some leaves off the western side of 16th Street sidewalk. It looks like they haven't been out there since the gas plant actually still existed. But the flavor, the Rowdies are at home tonight against FC Montreal with a match, if you will, on the pitch over at Lang Stadium tonight. And then it works out with the draw for our Champions League today down here at Fergs.
I finally figured out, and we'll have Melina in a little bit. Of course, she played soccer at Eckert, the Lady Tritons from Canada. I finally figured out what pitch. I figured out match. What else did I have a lot of problems with description.
A friendly?
Description. What?
A friendly.
What the hell is that?
Well, it's a match, but you thought it was something you get in the alley out here for $20 behind the Palladium. But no, this is when you get out and you have a
I'm on Match.com. Does that matter?
Yeah.
I'm not. Trust me.
I digress. But yeah, no, and you talk about the Triton soccer team. Of course, I had a chance to interview the men's Triton soccer team that time, and the international flavor and some of the cats you have
on
down
both
here.
squads.
A gem here in St. Petersburg or Eckerd College.
Yeah, and she'll educate us on that world. And that's in the second hour. We've got some great guests coming out of that. Jim Hart will be in a minute to go over that. And then Michael Lortz, he's one of our favorites when it comes to baseball season. The author of, and Tristan had a nice interview with him.
I'm going to tell you what.
Curveball at the Crossroads.
Yes.
And he just wrote another one, and I can't think of the name, but we'll let him share that information. Prior to that, he was a writer for Florida State as well as the Tampa Bay Times. Yeah. So that's going to be our guest list pretty much for today. Oh, and we have a conversation coming from Daytona.
Yes. Or are we going to get a chance to talk to Nick there?
Yeah.
Nick? Yeah, of course. Nick, and talking about the Craftsman Truck Series, he's working on sponsorships with a team out there in Daytona, but we're going to have him down here on the 28th. That's the weekend of the Grand Prix. They're going to be racing in the streets of St. Petersburg, and that's what Nick's going to have down here on the 25th. They're going to have a special event, bring one of those Craftsman trucks down here, and going to have it out in Fergs and bring some of the racing community in here and get ready for that Grand Prix of St. Petersburg.
Well, we just discussed him. He's Michael Lortz. He's kind enough to join us. He, of course, we just already gave you a lot of great accolades. We don't need to give you any more. But how you doing, brother?
Doing well. Thank you for having me on, Mike. It's 275. It's going to be 275. So sorry, I'm a little
Hey,
late.
it's baseball season, baby. We got to have you on.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. The trop is shining. The roof is shining in the sun.
And we just gave you some love for at Curveball at the Crossroads. What's the other book you penned last year?
So it's due to be released sometime in late spring, early summer. It's a pro wrestling novel called Chaos in the Corner.
Oh, wrestling.
What?
Yeah.
There's a curveball for me.
I'm excited.
You go from. I forgot you're a fanatic.
I'm a big wrestling guy. So my brother was a wrestler for years. I know a lot of people in the wrestling business. So why not pen him a novel?
Was it 2 years ago when we had the what was it called?
WWE had Raw, right?
Royal Rumble.
Royal
this year.
Rumble.
Yeah.
You were in heaven.
Oh, I was. Oh,
Were you in there?
yes. I was not in the match. I was in. The
I never
stadium.
seen-
I thought I saw you in the cage.
I never seen so
But
many.
the top rope at the elbow.
Yeah. And
I
they,
never seen so many nutcases in my life. Okay, so it started at 8 p.m., folks. Right across the street, Ferg's, we're the #1 sports bar in America down here, 13th and Central. And we went on the air at 11. I got here like 8 that day. My office was here. There were guys walking around at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. They had their belt and they're all dressed up like freaking idiots. And
Man, I'm sensing a little hostility. Do I need to come off with the elbow today or what?
we're talking 12 hours away.
Yes.
And the reason they're idiots, they're complaining to me because the bar's not open.
Hey,
They said-
we got a drink too.
The bar's
I was
8
like,
a.m.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's some dive, go on the south side, some dive little neighborhood tavern, but we're not open till 11.
I love it when we're out here and you're coming through here, and I'm walking through here for a Bucks watch party about 2 years back, and I look over and I go, oh, there's Ric Flair. Ric Flair,
Yep.
woo, right there at the bar.
Right there.
And, he had to let some fans come up and talk to him for a few minutes, but then honestly, he was really good about it. But then after a while, he's like, I just want to enjoy myself, and we respected that.
He
So
has some. Ric Flair actually has a reputation in South Tampa, in downtown Tampa, of bar hopping.
oh yeah.
And Clearwater
And
when
Clearwater,
the
yep.
Hulk
And
was
St.
alive.
Pete and the
Yeah.
beaches
Yeah.
and pretty much anywhere else you're
Ric
gonna.
Flair's a bar hopper. You know what I haven't seen? There was a wrestler who used to be friends with Hulk Hogan, and he'd hang out here all the time. Was it Knobs or?
Oh yeah, Knobs, Dirty Boy, Dirty
Nasty
Boys,
Boy,
Nasty
yeah.
Boys. I'm sorry, yeah.
Oh, my
Dirty
God,
Boys.
I wish I could have met him.
Did we figure out last time, was Sandlot the best baseball movie of all time, or
Yes.
was it? Because we were talking
Without
about
a
it
shadow
every
of-
time it comes
Yeah,
up.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
I'm
Okay.
down for that. Yeah. I
But,
definitely
okay,
agree with that.
yeah.
And the best wrestling movie is The Wrestler, and there's not many wrestling movies.
Oh, The Wrestler.
The Wrestler's a good movie.
The Wrestler's a good movie.
Well, we're going to be all over the place today. Alex Reba is actually taking care of his Valentine's responsibilities with his lovely girlfriend. Then he'll be at FanFest.
Yep.
You're probably going over to FanFest.
I am going to FanFest. I actually have a mission today.
Let's hear the mission.
My mission
The
is to-
Michael Lawrence mission on Valentine's Day,
Well,
which I guarantee it's all sports related.
It's not so much a Valentine, although he captured my heart a few times. I want to give my novel to Brett Phillips.
Oh, I tell you what.
yes.
Brett Phillips is going to be the director. What's his title? It's pretty lengthy. Director of community interaction,
Fan experience, just general good time. guy.
corporate sponsorships.
Yeah.
You name it. And I love Brett Phillips, but at the same time, a guy that's out there beating the streets, has been consistently for years for advertising for my little company. I can walk in and offer free and the best package in the world, and they boot me out. An athlete walks in or a hot woman, done deal. Sign right here. Is that right, Fred?
You know,
Well, I don't know about that.
That's Fred Forsley. He's our title sponsor.
You're not married anymore.
Great friend of the show.
I got a funny story about that. It was early days of Shipyard. We sponsored the Miss Maine petite woman to be a sponsor, and she'd go to
Petite?
sport. Yeah, it's petite.
I like where it's
And
going.
How'd you
she
get
was
away
a-
with that?
Well,
in
she's
today's
a
world?
beautiful young girl, but basically everybody's wives and girlfriends were ready to kill us. But that's Maine. I don't know.
Yeah. In Iowa, they have the full figure.
Right.
They got a lot of beef, corn, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Hey, we're gonna switch topics so we can pull him into the conversation. We'll
Yes.
Okay,
say hello to Michael Lawrence,
Michael.
it's a pleasure.
Cheers, brother.
great author, over
Awesome.
the top WWE fan. And
Curveball at the crossroads.
Curveball at the Crossroads,
in
my novel.
baseball.
Yeah.
And
Chaos in
gonna,
the Corner coming soon.
we were going to talk about the Red Sox maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you going to
yeah,
go to
yeah,
Fort
yeah.
Myers and see them this? Or
hey, no.
Next couple of
That
weeks?
was epic. If we would have had the cameras on, I want you guys to break down the pure passion and love. I'm going to turn this into a positive.
Oh, gee, okay.
That the fans of New England have for their team after a loss. And I said this, and I mean it 100%. And you young guys probably watched it. Mike Vrabel in the tunnel, shaking hands, hugging his guys, every player. I don't care if you didn't break a sweat. He was giving you positivity for 2026, 2027. And this game's, it's done, like you said.
Well, you got to, and when speaking of the Red Sox, as a kid, we always said, we always have next year. That was our favorite line at the end of the season. But
as a Cubs fan, we said the same thing until 2016.
Next 100 years.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I love about certain town, and New England definitely has it, the fans there, their passion. Before this, you asked me beyond the show, I was thinking about the passion that New England sports fans have, and it's kind of like the Cleveland Browns when I mean, right?
I love it.
Yeah,
Dog pound,
yeah.
bones, getting crazy.
And they made a difference. And and thinking about this Super Bowl, just getting there was just a huge,
Exactly.
just getting there was exciting. The games all the way through the playoffs.
Quarterback.
But the most disappointing thing, I got to tell you, and I almost felt like we're superstitious people in New England, variety of reasons, right? But Brady, who we love, and you can't not love what he
6th-round draft pick,
and really was disappointing what he said when he said he didn't have a dog in the hunt. He didn't have a dog in the
that pissed
fight.
a lot of people off.
Well, not only that, it kind of kicked you in the gut or punched you in the gut. It was a most bizarre thing. But since he retired, I mean, maybe since he got divorced, I don't know what got into him, but the roast was a huge disappointment for most Brady lovers, which I am, and still appreciate everything he did in his talent level. But that roast was just a disappointment. And then, honestly, as a sports
classless,
really classless, and that as a sports announcer, he's terrible. I mean, honestly, no, you can't sugarcoat it.
$30 million worth of terrible.
Romo is amazing. I always, when he first came on, I wasn't a big Romo fan, but as a sports announcer, he's probably one of the better. What do you guys think?
I like
his analysis.
I like
prior
his
to the snap,
but it feels like you got to pull it out of him. I mean, Tom
hasn't shown, in my opinion, and I've watched a number of games he's done so far, and it's just he could bring so much to the announcing on every play, but it doesn't come. It's like, oh my God, that was a great catch. I was like, okay,
yeah, I saw that. And I guess he doesn't have like a minute to break it all down. But
I can break that down in my living room, right, in my underwear.
Well, Luke Olson is pretty. I like Luke Olson actually better. No offense to Tom, but I mean, he was doing a fantastic job. When they announced they were going to give Tom a 10-year, $350 million contract, out of respect for Tom, I figured it was just.
Do you think his agents and handlers and his advisors?
No, I mean he said, and someone should go come back up in the middle of winter, pour a bucket of cold water on his head. He might be able to figure it out. I don't know, but he's at this point he's got to rebuild. Even the statue should get readjusted. Maybe put in an alleyway on the backside of.
But I got
man, you guys are brutal.
I got to tell you,
am I wrong?
No, you're not. But I got to tell you,
it's pretty.
I was sick this week. Well, a lot of us, we had the flu went around last week.
Glad I wasn't here.
I thank you. No, I wish you were not. But I started watching the Raise the Flags again, and it opens with Tom talking about the Super Bowl with the Lombardi toss to the tight ends.
Right.
And he says at the last second, of course, you hear his daughter. She says, "Daddy, do," and he says, "What the was I doing?" I love that side of Tom. That is the side that
there's nobody in New England that's a Patriot fan doesn't love Tom Brady, but that hurt. And it's been a disappointment since to see him announce and that the roast and then what he said. I mean, somehow he needs to wake up and recant.
Well, he needs different advisors.
Course.
I think what they're potentially telling him, and I think anybody in media might agree with this. I know, I own this show. We're a small time production, but there's many times when I realize I'm out of my little world and I back off. Yeah. And I want these guys, to pick the ball up and run. Oh. And he doesn't have the background yet to be able to take the ball essentially and pontificate further on it. There you go.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
mean,
I
he'll
think
do.
that might be part of it.
I mean, I mean, obviously, we love what he brought to New England, and just shocked with what he said. But like you were saying, it's next year is going to be an interesting year, and
Brother,
our
and
division, right? No question.
Well, talk about the division, but let's finish the Tom Brady. Let me ask you this: which Tom Brady do we want to see more? Because I buy into the Vegas Raiders.
I'd love to see him be a player coach.
I'd love to see him buy into
come
more
back
of
to
that.
New England and do that, or even come back to Tampa Bay and do that.
Well, like Kevin Kiermaier, he's that outfield specialist, but that kid can suit up tomorrow. Tom could probably
still suit up, and he probably has one of the best football brains in the world.
Oh, so. But I think it's the reason why we're disappointed by his.
He isn't sharing with the audience.
Right.
It's hard on that broadcast, right? And I mean,
Romo does it very well, and people might not like. I love what he does, Romo. When he's watching a game that he's announcing, it's a lot of fun.
Well, let me ask you: this is a Boston guy.
Yeah.
Would you trade?
Maine guy.
Maine.
I'm sorry. Well, I mean,
we love Boston, but it's a big difference.
Yeah, there's a
New
huge
fan.
difference.
New England fan. Would you rather have Gronkowski in the booth than Tom Brady with Kevin Kierhart?
Oh, I'd love to give Gronk a try.
Gronk?
Yeah.
If he switched to two of them, because we love him.
Or Edelman.
Oh, Julian Edelman can break it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Bill Belichick's there next year because he's not in the Hall of Fame, so maybe we get him back in the booth. I'm kidding.
It was quite a week. Kraft, Belichick both get dissed, and we get Brady saying he's not a New England fan.
Is that they're mad because Vrabel got them back, 5 years too early, I guess?
I don't know. Brewski had a great reaction that week and so did Gronk when they heard that. It just, but, listening, moving forward as we do, we're excited that Vrabel's, his whole attitude before and then after the loss, and we got a team, and
I love it.
It's a team that's cohesive and exciting, and you can just see it. Look at Diggs when he got interviewed, and the emotion that
I wanted Diggs to be the MVP because I saw if Diggs could get this, and it ends up being the running back, right? But if I'm thinking if Diggs can get 5 catches for $110 and maybe 2 over touchdown, he could be the MVP. But didn't have a chance for that.
No.
But work it back to the Patriots. Unlike the Buccaneers, you guys don't seem to have a problem anymore with the nepotism, and a Coach Bowles hires his son straight out of college. And you and I were talking about this off the air. I mean, we don't see this very much in the NFL, this hiring of this nepotism hiring.
Belichick did a little bit.
Did he?
Yeah.
Have there been any other coaches?
Steve, his son was Yeah, and listen, when you're winning, you can do it a lot, right?
Well, and the thing is, why wouldn't you want that culture if they're bringing it home to their families? And I also pose that these kids, they're men and women coming up behind their fathers or their mothers being associated because their mothers can.
They hear it at the kitchen table. They hear it.
It's their lives. So why? And then so you hear some of the fans here, and I know you guys went through.
I think you give it a shot and give the guy a little credit, and we've he was there with the Super Bowl. He's got a lot of experience. You don't bail on these coaches because the history of the people that bail on their coaches has not been great in the NFL. It's tough to find. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in Buffalo.
Let's ask the Titans fan about that. See how they feel about bailing on coaches.
Oh my God!
We talked about it before we went on the air.
Right. Yeah. So, do you want to talk? We talk a little baseball. Let me ask you about the clubhouse. Both of you guys, especially you as a Boston fan.
Yeah.
The clubhouse, a year with the team, and that last year's look. I know it was a disappointing season so far. Last season for the Red Sox fans, but as Red Sox fans, did you guys enjoy that? Because even as a Rays fan, I did enjoy that extra access. Look at a team like that.
It's tricky, right? Baseball's always been hands off with behind the scenes, so the exposure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're going to see this morning. I was watching, and they talked about the new golf league, Tiger and
TGL.
And they're probably going to end up doing that with do something with baseball that brings and keeps excitement.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah. I know, but
TGL hasn't taken off like they thought it would, but it is the future.
It's going to be interesting because baseball is a longer sport. I mean, it's the biggest American pastime, right, for a reason, but and it's great for beer and alcohol and
we talked about that on when we.
So I don't mind it, but I think baseball's it's interesting. I'm opening a brew pub in Lowell, Mass, and there's a new club. Well, it's not a new club. A club that's been Spinners have been silent for 5 years, and they're coming back.
Are they A, double A? What are they?
Yeah, good question.
It's a double A team.
They double A team.
That's
yeah.
why we got him. That's why he's here. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
I like the name.
I know they're going to play baseball.
Spinners. I like the name Spinners.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, I love
You got
football.
to get Shipyard in the park.
We have a thing that's going to be called Sea Dog Brew Pen, and we're going to be in the park. And we just committed yesterday. That's the first I've had public announcement of it, but
I got to get up there this
Congratulations.
summer, man.
Yes. Yeah. All
Yeah.
that. Now we got a destination. to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Melina
We
loves Maine, obviously. She played soccer up there.
Oh wow!
And she said she's
Where'd she
frequent-
play? Where did she play? Where'd you play? Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
well,
Black Bear in our midst.
yeah,
Yeah.
she frequented one of your
Yeah,
establishments
the
quite
Bangor
often.
Sea Dog, right? Awesome. Well, the funny thing is with the hockey, they've already had a couple clashes between UMass, Lowell, and we've fed the hockey team for the last 30 years in Port as they're coming through and going back, and
The opponents?
no, UMaine.
Gotcha.
And so now we're gonna have to support both teams a little bit. We're gonna have to have two different fan clubs. But my dad actually grew up in Lowell, so it's kind of exciting to go back there. But baseball is I've gotten more excited about baseball living close to the Rays, and
Yeah.
my grandson's a baseball player, so but he's the unfortunate thing, he's a Yankees fan. So
Atta boy.
yeah, my
boy.
son-in-law.
Bring
My
him
son-
by.
The most different. My son-in-law is
He can have
since-
anything on the menu times
Right.
5.
right since birth. He was my son-in-law literally had a Yankee cake at the wedding. I mean, it was pretty sad, and he had 2 cheers from Yankee
Did
Stadium.
you
and
tell your daughter-in-law that
Yeah,
your
no,
daughter,
my-
your
yeah.
daughter,
so
it's
it was
impacting?
it was 04, and we're going to the Red Sox Yankees regular season last game. We had 22 tickets. I had all over the place, and my daughter walks up in full Yankee gear. That's when I know she loved them. That's when I knew
Yeah.
that
I'd like to see.
they weren't married at the time.
I would like to
There's
see
your
the
battle.
will.
I lost that battle, but then I said he's going to be a Patriot fan. But then everybody loves Josh Allen, and the other side of the family are Buffalo fans. So
He
it's
can't
been-
win, bro.
well, this year it was kind of funny because I got a few laughs in at the end there. So no, I love Josh Allen, but I'm not a fan of Buffalo. But if they were going to win, I would have rooted
I'm
for
still
them.
trying to figure out the Mets and the Red Sox,
Oh,
and
my
then now you got the
God.
Rays are
My
working
God.
in here because we're
Yeah.
down here some. So
Yeah.
Has your daughter seen the red kid Will ever since then?
Yeah,
Scratch
yeah.
out.
She just steps back and lets everybody go at it, right?
You're listening to Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection on this Valentine's Day. I don't know if you caught my description of it. It's the biggest conspiracy against the male species
Yes.
ever.
You can't win.
The chocolate company.
that's right, ladies.
Hallmark,
There's nobody at home there, ladies. So
Right.
go ahead, Mike. Back to you.
and the Ferg special for $18. What do you get? You
Are
get
you
again?
kidding me about this? You got the surf and turf. You got a filet mignon with a did I say that right? Mignon.
Mignon.
We're fancy around here.
Blackened shrimp skewer served over dirty. What is dirty rice? I mean, that sounds like wild rice.
Wild
What
rice.
It's the
sounds
stuff
good.
that
I love it,
it's the
right?
stuff Fred doesn't serve.
But Mike said he's going to go with the $12, the buffalo chicken empanadas, which of course
I'm flying the ex-wife down here, and we're gonna have a wonderful meal.
Wait,
Yeah,
the old
sounds like-
Valentine's Day, the biggest conspiracy
Trying
ever.
to
Here
get
you go, Mike.
canceled? Are you trying to get canceled?
Now, this is better than the Hooters menu also has a romantic.
Hooters does.
Hooters has a romantic entree that you get 50 wings and a bottle of champagne for $250.
Oh,
Oh, who wouldn't want that?
It's been on the Hooters menu since Hooters opened.
I bet they get some takers too.
Me and my friends have bought it.
Yeah, I bet.
Wow,
I bet,
okay.
I bet.
We were already a few drinks in, and we are like, yeah, let's do it. There was like 10 of us, so we threw $25 in,
Let's go.
and
All right, you're listening to Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection, brought to you by her. We better start drinking
You
some
didn't know
Ice
where
Big
the story was
Vodka.
going.
The direction this show's been going on, but it's we've got Fred Forsley with us. Of course, he's our title sponsor on the T, Florida, and you can watch us on Wednesdays down there at Sea Dogs on the Intercoastal Sunset Beach, Treasure Island, Florida. Wonderful setting, actually, for especially these days with Adam at the Controls Fernandez with our video streaming.
The sun sets this time of year with that
Amazing.
sun.
Oh,
that
yeah,
southern-
and they're getting
southern
later.
Sky.
Yeah.
And later,
then
which is good for your business
And it comes
as well.
back toward us as well, and they get longer and even more beautiful. So I love it.
No, definitely. Yeah.
I'm thinking we get one of those things with the rockets with the hose, and you get me out in the marina behind,
I love
and then you guys doing the show.
I could see you doing that. I saw you doing
Have
it
you
on the
done that
beach.
before?
I'm for it.
I-
No, but
No,
for
no,
you, I
no.
will, Fred.
Okay.
I saw you doing that on the beach, one of my 4th of July parties.
Oh,
And
I got
Jesus.
close.
Anyway, we're going to talk Daytona 500 today. We'll have a live report from
Daytona 500 in Daytona, right from Mr. Nick Cowan.
Nick Cowan,
Of course, Nick's associated with those Craftsman trucks. They're going to be racing on the streets of St. Pete with the Grand Prix this year. So
and
that's exciting.
he's our go-to guy. He's the former bat boy for the Tampa Bay Rays, and it's a very special day today. Of course, it is Fan Fest, Michael Lortz.
Woo!
How many Fan Fests have you been to?
I've probably been to about 10 of them, I think. There's been some I've tried to do book sales here. There's some I've just hung out at Ferg's. But yeah, I've probably been to about 10 Fan Fests. I'm looking forward to this one with our
Mark Ferguson's in the house.
Hey, Mark.
creeping up behind me. But yeah, I've been to probably about 10 Fan Fests. I love Fan Fest. It's a lot of fun. It gets, the juices flowing for baseball again.
Did you go to the pier? Did you go to the pier last year?
I did not go to the pier.
I
think
went
was
down.
here. Or I might
Yeah.
have been out of town that day.
No.
But yeah, it's not something. It's something that if I'm in town, it's circled on my calendar.
Yes, sir.
But I try to go. I definitely have tried to go to as many as possible.
It looks good over there. They're closing the entire 16th Street.
That's
I
wild.
asked
The
Mayor
block
Welch
party
to,
stuff is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It starts at 1 o'clock, and
1 to
this had
5.
to have been like 2 or 3 years ago. We used to have a perch out back when we could see the parking lot and the trop, and it's kind of a cool shot. And we'll probably go up there once in a while during the baseball season. But my God, the line was to the end of the parking lot or longer to get in for Fan Fest when it was inside the trop. Do you remember that?
Yeah. But you know how Tristan and I got in? Tristan Kenny's overworking the cameras, but I went to the media entrance, which was right here at this, and I just went and dropped, Pat and Aaron's name.
They let you in?
And we got our way in. Yeah. We tried to do it to the.
You can drop our name now.
Well, now it's a sport. Well,
You'll
Sports
get
Connection
dropped.
gets us in the door every time, and then kicked right
Keyword,
back out.
keyword drop.
Yeah, you can use the bathroom, sir, but we're going to be watching.
If there's a portal let out back, thank you very much. I'm like, all right.
I
whatever.
have found out, though, that it's easy to bribe their media people with Ferg's bucks because it's so close proximity-wise, and I've gotten a lot of them over here in the past. Okay, so in the second hour, we're going to go Tampa Bay Rowdies. We're going to talk soccer, and we'll have Ryan Helfrich on, and he's the president and a great guy, and I consider him a friend of mine. I want to get his perspective, fellas, on the Tampa Bay Rays now being the new owners.
Yeah.
Have they ever had any involvement in soccer?
Was that part of the deal? Did they buy the Rowdies?
Yeah, they had the Rowdies.
And they got the extension at Al Lang. They kind of did it the same with the extension with the Rays being in Tropicana for 3 years.
Okay.
There's talk about maybe a soccer stadium being built down in Ybor. That was going to happen for the ladies
women,
professionals.
So
right?
they're gonna steal.
I'm not saying they're going to go there. There is
That
a way
can't
they
happen.
could. Well, and I don't want to ask Mr. Helfrich today about that because we're talking about tonight's match.
I'll ask him.
Tonight's friendly between HC Montreal FC Montreal.
FC. That stands for football club.
Okay, I got to.
I found out. I used to do a 2-minute sports update, and I was just horrible. And I'm thinking about getting back at it and having one of you guys do the voice. But the bottom line was, I was like, what the hell is FC? I mean, that's how little I knew about soccer. How you dumbass.
It's a club.
Football club. But anyway, they'll be in the house, and there's going to be a bevy of luminaries in the soccer world here. But I really am wondering about the question because towards the end, I'll just be quite candid, they were not getting the support from the Rays. The Rowdies were the last 2 years, and it was frustrating for Ryan and their gang. I know that. So hopefully these guys, they were in AA baseball, they were in AAA baseball, and they realize the importance of interactive.
Yeah.
And that Rowdies fan base is very, very loyal.
I can almost see them doing like experiments with that at the Rowdies level and seeing what's clicking with the fans, and then bring it to the major league level.
Well, you know what, the
use it as, like,
Rowdies
a test
now.
bed.
The Rowdies, the what they call them, the Rowdies, but they start down on 4th Street and they go amongst all the little drinkeries and the pubs and stuff. And
Well, what's Fred? What is that? They serve ice pick locals.
Locals, yeah.
locals
I
right
bet he
there.
kicks ass before Rowdies games.
Yes, yeah.
There's a big
Yeah.
titans.
It's all green and yellow.
Yeah,
up in
yeah.
locals, yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful stadium down there. If you can, I mean, it'd be nicer if it was a soccer stadium.
your
but it's
condo
a-
overlooks
I
it, don't you?
overlook it so I get to see the games for free.
One
so,
of the
yeah.
watch parties from your deck.
yeah, we'll have a
Yes, sir.
Rowdies watch parties.
And I like what you said that though.
We'll have to
because it
bring
would be-
Melina so she can explain the game to us.
Well,
Yeah,
so
just step aside and let an
There's-
actual soccer expert.
in,
Yeah,
Po-
yeah,
in
exactly.
Portland, Maine, maybe did you go to a Hearts of Pine game? You didn't. So there's a new franchise, a soccer franchise in Portland, Maine called Hearts of Pine, and they have blown it up as far as did you hear or see anything about it?
No, not yet. No.
No, it's amazing. They fill 6,000. They sold out the stadium. They can only do 5,500. They sold 600 tickets, and they opened up a couple areas of standing. And it's the biggest excitement that I've seen in Portland for sports in my lifetime. To be honest about it, it's crazy. It's called, and it's kind of a lesson in social media because they really, and wearables, they really brought it to another level with their wearables, and something to check out.
And that's one of the things that they do in the minor leagues. Melina, talk right into that microphone, young lady, and I'll introduce you to our audience. Of course, you're going to be a big part of us for, what do we have you, for 5 months?
Yeah, about 5 months.
Finally, you brought some beauty to the.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's like a Maine girl too.
Yeah, stick with that right there. That look.
Did
right
you grow
there.
up in Maine?
No, I grew up in Canada,
No-
Quebec City.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I got recruited to go play at Maine when I was 18 years old, so in 2021. And then I transferred here
So
at Record College.
Smart. So you know how to do. You must at a young age learn how to celebrate. Because that Winter Carnival up there in Quebec is the
Yes.
biggest party I've ever been
Yes,
to.
it's happening right now.
Oh my God, let's fly up.
Did you
Yeah.
hear?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you hear her right now? Yeah,
That's the French accent right here.
I know. I love it. Yes.
Are you playing at Eckerd now?
Yes, I was. So I'm a senior right now, so just senior. You don't really practice, you don't really go to the games anymore, but you're still
So
part
you're
of the
done. You're
team.
done playing competitively then.
Yes, I
For
tore my
Eckerd.
ACL, so
So why is it that all soccer players stay there? I think it relates to the turf. What do you think? I mean, I have friends. Their daughters have played at the collegiate level.
Yeah.
Robert Cochran, our marketing, and his daughter, and his son, both. They're both playing on AstroTurf, and you don't see any hockey players tearing their ACLs, right?
I know. Good point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more common in women,
Yeah.
first of all. There are some research saying that it's correlated with your period or anything hormonal.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's just the strength coaching and how we need to be more in the gym and having some differences in our stretches and how, like the warm-ups. But it's very unfortunate because it happens a lot, and we need. I think
But even
there's more
Edelman,
research.
there's just a quick move, and it's like I
It
don't know. I
happens,
think it's the turf.
Like
Yeah.
either the turf, what your cleats.
Combination of things.
And
Well,
Well,
plus the shoes, right? Because even in basketball, how many times are we seeing them with the Achilles? And you see them when they go to take that step, their shoe
Yeah.
is grabbing so hard,
It blows out.
and there's only so much force a body can take, right?
Exactly.
So, I mean,
So
it's a
it's a random moment. You don't even know when it happens, and sometimes you can play still
Yeah.
on your ACL. So
Oof.
it's just training and strength training.
I'm gonna pass it over to you. I want to thank you guys. I got to jump. I got to
All right, my
Valentine's Day, and I got to do my.
Oh, yeah.
Valentine's duties.
gosh,
I
thank
tell you what,
Yeah.
Miss Judy deserves whatever you give her. That's one hell of a woman you got there, my friend.
she's great.
And
Thank
if
you
I,
for-
if I could get access to that condo one night,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
get out of the
We'll do it.
doghouse
We'll
with
do
my
it.
wife. So,
Do the show from the deck.
oh, that would be awesome.
For
Yes.
the Rowdies game. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
He's Fred Forsley,
Pleasure meeting you.
and he's the owner proprietor of Sea Dogs Shipyard Brewing, and of course Ice Pick Vodka, sponsors of all of our shows. And you didn't realize that now that we know that you guys are joined at the hip,
Yeah.
you're going to get all kinds of privileges, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hope.
We'll have to get you the friends and family discount down at Sea Dogs.
Do I still have to do the thing with the jet ski to get a free
Yes,
Coke
yes.
down?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so we've got you sitting here with us right now.
Yeah.
We might as well, because we're going to talk plenty of soccer in the second hour. But what does the World Cup mean to young people your age, relative to the importance and having it in America? Even though you're Canadian, but
Yeah.
you're here all the time. Is there a lot of energy and excitement?
It's a big thing. It's really fun to know that it's gonna be here. And I still remember when Shakira was singing for the World Cup a couple of years back
Wow.
when I was younger. But I think it's a big thing to just know that it's gonna be here. You have a chance to go
Shakira,
see
Bad
it.
Bunny. Shakira, Bad Bunny. Give me Shakira all day long,
But
baby.
both were great performances.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
a
you
show.
can't say
It's
it,
a
Mike.
show.
Mute his mic.
He doesn't know. He had the Chris Rock on for
Mike
so he
does-
doesn't even know what was going on.
Mike goes to
Kidding.
Disney World and he walks right past It's a Small World and goes straight to Frontier Lane.
I'm not that freaking mad, but anyway. Back to the World Cup, you clowns.
But I think it's going to bring people together. I think in the end, like it's going to be Canada, USA, and Mexico, and all of us together. And in the end, it's going to be big chance to have everyone.
The Americas against the world.
Yeah.
How about that?
I just want to see America.
That's what Bad Bunny was doing.
Yeah.
He was promoting
America's
the World Cup,
as an
Western
umbrella.
Hemisphere.
the World Cup.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I
I'm-
mean, I want to see America come out of it respect. And I'm not just saying it's because of a soccer
Because
player,
you're born here.
Yeah.
respecting it a little more.
Yeah.
Because I get it. I mean, I used to go. I sat and watched Pele when he played the Cosmos and the Rowdies back in the Big Sombrero.
She wasn't born.
76. I know you were
I was-
not even close to being born. But I mean, and I went away from soccer because I know a 1-0 or a 0-0. Sometimes that's hard to fathom. But I think with the World Cup, it gives us a chance to understand.
That's
I
what
think-
kept me away from the game for a long time.
And I think a lot of people don't like it because there's a lot of faking, a bunch of it stops all the time, and then
You think there's not in basketball?
Oh, baseball is
football,
baseball
baseball.
gets slow. Like
Here's the thing, though. I posed this. I talked about when I interviewed the men's soccer, your Eckerd College Tritons. They're down here, and I posed that now with legalized gambling going in so many directions here, and at least it's seeming to get more acceptable. Will Americans be able to buy in more because they can put a
hell
tenner,
yes.
a buck on Ecuador versus so and so, and then now they start to realize that the faking and the tackling, it's all part of the strategy, which is the beauty of the international game of football.
I don't know about the beauty of it, but it's
yeah, well,
it's the
there's a beauty.
reality of it, right?
Yeah.
yes, it's the reality of it. And then you know what? Like they work hard, and they play 90 minutes.
They deserve to lay on the ground for a while.
Yeah, exactly. So
oh, yeah.
I always do recognize hockey players and soccer players. I know
grind.
very little about both sports. That's why I bring people like you into the mix. But you are in unbelievable shape.
Conditions.
Yeah.
Basketball is the same way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Constant sprinting back and forth and
Bowling.
yeah.
bowling,
Of
of
course,
course.
of course.
I was captain of the team.
And I can't believe you made.
I
I can't believe you made that statement about now Americans can gamble. Are you kidding me? I mean,
well, we always gamble, but
We
not in the
always
world.
you can gamble on table tennis.
Yeah, but
on Hard Rock
Mike,
bets.
20 years ago, good luck finding Uncle Vinny in Brooklyn. Could have put 10
Took
down
the numbers,
on
yeah.
Brazil to win a match against Ecuador. What are you talking
happening.
about?
But I'll tell you, one of the coolest things in 2018, it wasn't a World Cup. It was another regional. It was a World Cup in 18, was it?
FIFA?
Was it?
It was
It might have been
probably
FIFA.
It was
yeah.
FIFA.
I was living in Qatar at the time.
Ooh.
wow.
And then the Qatar, I went to one of the few sports bars in Qatar in Doha.
They actually had one.
In the international hotels.
Gotcha.
You could drink in like the Marriotts and the Hiltons and stuff like that. Oh, it's got to stay on property. And if you walk out and they smell alcohol on you, the cops are on you immediately.
I would be
Even-
locked in my
even
room.
you-
That's
yeah,
just
you Uber.
crazy.
You
But you were there on a government contract.
Yeah. Well, I was there. I was working for the government on the military base there.
Yeah.
But I could still hang out. Like I lived in the city.
Gotcha.
So I got to go to a sports bar, and you had the German table, you had the English table, you had the Irish table, you had different tables of people rooting for their teams, and watching international soccer with international people is the best experience ever.
Yes.
Because they are so passionate.
We're going to find that out in the second
Well,
hour.
that's what we're going to have with the World Cup in
Oh,
2026.
yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
we're
That's
going
what
to
we
have
need to
here.
bring here. And you know
Yes.
what? Like that's how we are with football, but might as well do it for soccer now.
Yeah, they're waving their
Real
flags.
football.
They're getting really passionate about. I mean, it's their country, and
That's nice.
it's awesome.
we
to
have
be in
we
that
have a
environment.
cat on in the second hour. Drew Broughton's his name, and he played 500 pro games in England. He played with Norwich, Wigan, Brentford, and Wrexham. Did you ever see that show?
No, I didn't.
I know of it. I've never seen it.
You know of it, yeah.
Yeah, Rob McInerney.
Yeah,
and
the
of course,
two
Ryan
American
Reynolds. Good
actors.
show.
Yeah, the Ryan Reynolds show.
Yeah.
They bought the team, and it's a reality show. But I'm wondering if he was during that era, so we'll ask him in the second
Mike,
hour.
but I forgot. Did you want me to give you the update on the Olympic medal board as we're
Yeah,
going?
yeah.
I know, maybe
Just for our little Canadian here.
Well, I
Yeah,
This
let's
is our first day on set. I don't want her taken off, but go ahead.
She's got a great
It's
sense of
okay.
humor, so I can say that Canada for the Winter Olympics in 18th, but we won't go there.
Yeah.
currently
18th.
What?
18.
Was that? I think the mic is not working.
Well, did I say 18th? I'm sorry. But America's in third. Just
Yeah.
behind Italy, which is the home country there in Milano
Yeah.
Cortina, and of course, Norway. First Norway Winter Olympics. I mean, do they even have to compete? They should just give them the gold, and the rest of us are just fighting for second. But yeah, the Americans is still in there. But how are you liking these Olympics so far? I mean, I know it's not the summer and the soccer,
yeah.
but what?
I mean, I like it. I watched the Canadians hockey team winning.
Yo, that was a great game. They got
Yeah.
a great team. You love
Yes,
John Cooper, don't
we
you?
do, we
Yeah, we want him back. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, we need him back.
Well,
Well, you're here too for 5 months. You'll be enjoying them here as well. We go for this fourth Stanley Cup.
Yes.
Okay.
But no, honestly, like it's great to watch my country play and then just watching also the USA. Like I'm also, I would say I'm
You're
also,
torn.
yeah, I'm American half, I would say.
Do you like curling though?
Curling's a lot of fun to
you know
watch.
what?
I think I would have been a Hall of Fame curler.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was at
You
Pizza
got to
the
be
other
quite
day.
the athlete.
Yeah.
It's interesting to watch, and you know what? It's still so much like strategy, and you have to think about
You know what
every
time?
little
You know what time of
details.
night I watch it? About 11 o'clock when I want to doze off.
Well,
I'm telling you, man.
Mike doesn't know there's a sweeper in curling and a sweeper in soccer. See, I worked another
What?
soccer reference in
Seriously?
there. A sweeper, right? Isn't that a position?
No.
Oh, I'm so stupid. You should have told me I was wrong with
Man,
sweeper.
I don't
I'm
know
not sure.
anything.
Back
If
in the-
there is, I'm not aware.
Back in the 70s, we had a sweeper. Wow.
What do you do? What do we do?
What are you
I
talking
just
about?
swept the floor. That's all I did.
Only
No,
Ray,
I
only
thought
Ray
there was a-
Kennedy
I'm
would
sure
pull that.
Sweeper's a position, I'm telling you.
You're gonna have to Google that
Mark
one.
Ferguson, was sweeper a position in soccer at some
He
point?
wouldn't
Remember
know. He's smarter than that.
Sweeper. Remember soccer had a sweeper. That was the position, sweeper.
A brew-
Oh, and that's
You're
Mark Ferguson.
asking the wrong guy. He played
Okay.
college baseball. He's a baseball guy and basketball guy.
I'm taking
Hey,
no
That was,
initiative.
that was so you could join the junior high team, so you could just sweep the locker room after the game. They're like, you could be the sweeper. He's like, I'm on the team.
Which is crazy because I was already doing the laundry anyway. They could have just let me do that.
Anyway, you're listening to Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. This show has definitely gone south. Aresti Estrada, unfortunately, maybe it was with our conversations over the phone, he's picked up this flu bug that's gone through the area rampantly. He feels bad about today, but Aresti Estrada is one of my favorite guys.
Big O's a good dude.
Yeah, and the Big O, in my opinion, is one of the premier color analysts for a while
Yes.
in all of baseball.
He
But
actually still is because if you're watching the Big O show, his breakdown on his podcast on the FanStream Sports Network, doing a great
good
job.
promo for him.
Well, and I'm
I
saying,
watched part of
love
it last night.
Orestes. I want to go ahead and throw a little love out to Orestes. He actually, and of course, you go to his Wikipedia page. It's like one of the facts that pops right up. What distinction does he hold in the MLB as being the first strikeout victim of this Hall of Fame pitcher?
Oh, so he
He was
came
a
up in, say,
Yankee.
86, 87, right?
Right.
So Randy Johnson?
The big
Nice call.
You knew it.
Wow.
That was
Yeah.
that was a setup.
No, that was
No.
completely just plucked it
The
out.
guy
I
knows
was-
baseball.
I
That's
was
why you
like,
read
who
him.
struck out a lot of people who started in the 80s?
And he was a Hall of Famer. So
I was like,
yeah.
it would have been American League. Well, no, because Big
Randy
O was on
with
the
Arizona,
Pirates.
right? Oh, was he?
Big O was on the Pirates,
right,
and Randy
before
was
the
on the
Yankees.
Expos.
All right.
So it wasn't even in the league. You pulled that one.
Yeah, well, he was the Expos and the Pirates.
There you go. So yeah, he holds that
The,
distinction.
the Expos, like the Expos.
The Expos. He was Randy Johnson was traded for Mark Langston. Yeah. This is where I get nerdy. But
Oh, that we love it. So, speaking of baseball,
Yeah.
in Canada,
Mhm.
what would you rank baseball? You've got Toronto, and actually this year, well, their predictions are potentially to win it again, like they were
Yeah.
last year. You were too young to remember the Montreal Expos, but
But I know about them.
yeah.
the rest of the
Yeah.
country, are they baseball fans?
You know, I think hockey is the biggest sport, then soccer, and then
And you got the
then-
Toronto Raptors. You got NBA
Yeah.
representation.
yeah. I mean, I think baseball is up there, but it's still lacking. I think we're not talking about it enough. But you
it's
know,
not played year round by any
It's
no,
hard,
no,
right?
Because
Yeah.
it's hard because we have the snow, and there's no like domes or like stadiums to play really.
Yeah.
So
It's very much just a spring and summer
Yeah.
sport.
And I tell you, the sport they have up there, that it's it's lost a lot of luster now that we've got the XFL, USFL, but Canadian football
yes,
Yes.
with the rules, the way they play the game. For a while, they were AAA baseball basically to the NFL.
Didn't Kurt Warner
And so-
play in Canada?
He didn't play. He didn't play in Canada. He played in NFL.
Oh,
Yeah.
Europe.
Arena football.
Okay.
NFL
And
Europe.
NFL
yeah.
Europe.
He
Yeah.
played the Rocket. What was the dude that went to Syracuse in
Ishmael.
the 90s?
First of all, I went to
Rocket
Notre Dame. Don't ever
no,
disparage the Notre Dame.
I thought he went. Did his brother go to
His
Syracuse?
brother
Right,
went to
he's right.
Syracuse.
His brother went to
The
Syracuse.
Rocket
Okay.
played
He
for
won
the
the
for the
Heisman.
Argonauts.
Yes.
For
Okay.
the Argonauts. Joe Theismann played for the Argonauts,
Joe
and he's
Theismann.
Notre Dame. Don't
Joe-
get me going on
Joe
my Catholic.
Theismann.
And
It's
a
Theismann.
lot of Warren Moon. I'm going back before you were even born. Warren Moon is a hell of a quarterback. He played. He went to Washington, and then He went and played for, I believe, Winnipeg. Anyway, that used to have a lot of excitement and fans across Canada.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's still going on. Like a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
people are watching the Montreal Alouettes.
Yeah.
All my friends are watching actually. And then there's a lot of university and a lot of football in university, but not as big as in the NHL or anything like that.
You're listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. We're brought to our great friends, Body Armor Coca-Cola. And I say Body Armor Coca-Cola because if you're talking Daytona 500, Coca-Cola has been a huge sponsor back to the original days. You know what their first product was that they rolled out at Daytona? The Coca-Cola company out of Atlanta.
Mellow Yellow.
Very good.
Because it was Tom Cruise.
Very
and it was Days of
good.
Thunder. Oh, I was there every year. I used to go for the Firecracker 400 in July, which became the Coca-Cola 400.
Well, they thought Mellow Yellow was going to knock Mountain Dew off its perch, and
it
it never
did
got
for a minute.
It never.
It
was
Yeah,
up there.
It kind of did.
It was up there as an alternative type of soda.
You ever heard of Mellow Yellow, young lady?
I did. I do. I have Mellow Yellow sometimes.
There you go.
Does it still exist?
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
I wanna-
Mellow Yellow and a little ice pick?
Can I ask
Well,
a
what's
question?
the other alternative one? There's that they came out with a few years ago. It was like a Sprite type.
Oh,
of
it's like
alternative.
Fresca?
Spree.
Fresca.
Fresca.
Oh,
Fresca's good.
Yeah,
or-
there's that. Then there was another one, like a Spree or something like that.
Spree.
Yeah,
like
something.
a mist, like a yellow mist.
Yeah,
or
something.
yellow.
Yeah, this.
But I wanted to ask. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Nowadays, the trend is probiotic soda.
Yes.
So it's
What?
like all poppy.
That's
all
what I
like-
need. That's what
It's
I should be
healthy.
drinking.
It's healthy, but it tastes like soda.
Well, and the thing is, people are eating so much processed food that they need the
Probiotics.
And if you're not-
Probiotic soda. Name one.
Poppy.
Poppy.
I've seen
Yeah.
that on
The Super Bowl
TikTok
ads
and all that.
ads,
Yep.
Yeah.
and it was on. My daughter was talking about it.
Really?
It's definitely taking a market share
It
from
is.
the
You
other.
dr-
from
you
the
drink
other
it?
ones.
I do. I like it.
Tasty.
Yeah. I mean, depending on the
We
flavor.
got to tell Mark we got to get it. We probably have it down here. I haven't been around the bar
Well, don't
lately.
forget in post edit, we got to go back in and say body armor. Every time you mention Poppy, but
Hey,
that's just-
this is alkaline water, and Tristan can attest to it. He loves this stuff, and it's
That
got
stuff's good.
coconut water in it.
And you
That's
can
one of the
taste-
keys.
You could taste the difference. And I'm telling you, the strawberry banana body armor,
Oh,
there is
so
not
good.
a if
It's
you
so
got a
good.
hangover, if you had a couple of drinks the night before,
Yep.
that and that's also got
Help yourself,
probiotics.
Michael. That
But
one's
I
only
wanted
been
to
sitting
ask
around
you-
about a week.
Pete's Mango. This is another good one.
What if Canada? So what college football wants? They're saying this week because they come out and they give Chandler, the quarterback at Ole Miss, going to come back for his 17th year in the league. He gets his 6th year to go back, and they're saying that college wants to get antitrust exemption like football and baseball and such because then the colleges can't be sued individually in the states in which the judge that sat on the case this week was an Ole Miss grad. But that point is, what if Canada can put together a collective? What if Canada can have university that can have just a kick butt football team
Mhm.
and come compete? If you get that antitrust exemption,
Yeah.
could that open the gates? Because Canada's got great
Definitely.
colleges and universities.
You've been
Let
drinking
them
too much
come down.
Mellow Yellow or
Well,
something.
why not? You talk
Where did you
about
come up with this
We
idea?
want to turn this. We want to turn the mess that is the NCAA international.
The thing is, if they go to the
Well-
antitrust, they get better because now they can be controlled. The thing about antitrust is you can't come back in state because it's a rule in our state or our school. It gives them the coverage of a full unit, but still keeping individual universities making their money.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that. I mean, we could talk
It's
about
too
that.
deep. We'll
yeah.
talk another time. But I want
Hey,
to
Tristan,
ask because
check that red
Canada-
cup and see what the hell he's got in it.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
that.
Where did you come up with that one?
Because we were talking about, she said university and schools, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, Canada. You know the reason why the CFL didn't work for me, and I love watching it
Yeah.
because of the extra 10 yards on both sides in the wider field. And some reason going into it as Americans, we're like, well, I just can't.
And motion
That
before the
doesn't work.
snap.
Yeah.
Well, and that too, but then they got that in the Arena League, and that was fine with us. There's a lot of stuff I like about it,
Mhm.
but you could Canada has good football teams that do play in the states against our colleges. Let them come in and be part of this international pie, going for that championship every year.
Yeah, and I think if we make some changes, we can for sure compete at some point.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill. In about an hour and 10 minutes, the party begins across the street. It is the Tampa Bay Rays Fan Fest, and there can be a prouder fan base to have baseball back in the Trop.
Oh,
Last night on Spectrum, they showed the inside and some of the revisions. And it was kind of comical. I know the guy that he just retired that did all the painting in that building, and that's probably why they're a little behind. He said, right before they open the door, they'll probably be taking the last brush pass on some of the little details. But they'll be ready at the Trop. And Ray, you've been watching it and doing your around the Trop walk for months.
Yeah, and pitchers and catchers reported. Now we got the rest of the team coming next Thursday. I mean, we're here now.
It was exciting.
And and I've been saying that it was going to be done all along. But now I'm like, we're 47 days or something crazy out. 53 days from our first
April
game
6th
against
Chicago
Cubs
and the Tampa Bay Rays, and it's going to be absolutely crazy down here. We're going to be on the air for 4 hours. I've got a lot of great MLB, former MLB guests on both sides of the dugouts, the Cubs as well as the Rays locked down. Michael will be participating. Peter Gollenbach.
Okay, good. I hadn't seen that invite yet. I appreciate that.
Well, you know how I give them to you like at midnight.
It's like the night before, and I'm like, all right, Mike, I got nothing going on.
Write it down right now.
You're
part of the
planner.
I'm at the bar, and I'm looking at my email. I'm like, I think that's Mike's email address.
So anyway,
that's not who I really want to email me at midnight at the bar. But
I would certainly hope not. But anyway, it's going to be an absolute blast down here. And talk about taking care of them as far as losing the Trop last year. You open up with the Cubs, and the next series is the Yankees. Yeah. So Fergs is going to be crazy. There'll be 4,000 people easily.
Yeah, easy.
And I was still shocked at the numbers for the Super Bowl last week down here. And we obviously didn't have a dog in the hunt, but there was a lot of fans. This place was packed.
I'm still shocked.
The boys did a superb job with their show Between the Lines, and you can hear that from 11 to 12 on RadioSt. and of course Florida Sports Streams, and then streaming live on YouTube, and soon TikTok and Facebook as well.
Well, I wanted to add that we had a collective of people here that because they were at the Stein last year, but coming down here because I always said, it's
the Stein.
The Steinbrenner Field, that it gave them a chance to go across the bridge and prove that, regardless of which side of the bay the team plays on, the attendance isn't going to fly automatically. But we'll go there.
We could go. We could dissect that.
Okay. But my point is that I was still coming down here because, like I say, every Rays game is a home game at the world famous Fergs. And we had a collective down here for all the games last year, and it's not going to change because now they're back home again. So 81 of those games are right here. So and we'll talk about the other thing later.
Well, Melina, we'll bring you into the conversations in the second hour when we're talking soccer, so that we don't look like absolute buffoons, as I said. And I wonder where that book's at. Soccer for Dummies. It's an actual book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be out there.
I was gifted to me by a Eckerd College coach, by the way.
Doesn't mean
Soccer for Dummies.
Perfect.
I read about 4 pages and said, "That's enough."
That's where I read about sweepers.
I'll get it.
I'll get. You got it from.
I'll get soccer people around me. I'm not going to try to dive into it at this age. But we're looking forward to your participation, young lady. You brighten up the set, obviously. And I didn't realize that you knew so much about other sports. So you're going to be a big asset.
Thank you so much.
And pretty soon you're going to be out there shopping these guys down, you and Jake, and get the guests rolling in here. But we're going to talk a little baseball before the season gets rolling. Okay, so pitchers and catchers, and a couple of interviews I saw yesterday, Michael. What do you think of this team this year?
The Rays? I was just Googling sweeper in soccer, and it says it's an actual position. There's a Google webpage for it.
Hey, we're talking baseball.
It was once a very popular position. So okay, sure, please. I just want people to know that. I just want you to know that I was.
There goes your credibility.
Okay. I'm too young.
Okay, that's a good thing.
So now I'm
take it from a dinosaur.
1954.
Thanks for bringing it in. Now I'm dumb and old.
Playing just behind the center backs, the sweeper has somewhat of a free role in the sense
to the back.
that they don't mark a specific player.
What's that position now called? It's called a back linesman or a.
I mean, I guess it's just like. No, it doesn't.
It'd be like a rover in football.
Like a
well, it must not have been too important because they got rid of it.
But like, you need an actual role on the field.
Yeah. That sweeper don't sound so good. Get
it doesn't really work because we have offside.
Oh, it's a fullback in soccer. My son says.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, then I wouldn't mind it.
No, the H
It's like the A train. The A train would have been a sweeper. Sweep you right off your damn feet.
So once you change the rules, once there's a rule change, the position is restricted and has to fit into some other position.
Yes, and then right now it's just it doesn't work. Like you have to have a line set. No one free that's gonna run anywhere.
I would have been a sweeper mentality.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's like I don't know the rules. It's just like
I just knock your ass out.
You know what? I was a center back, and sometimes I felt like a sweeper. Yeah,
All
I
right,
would just
see?
get the
That's what
last
we're
ball.
gonna. That's what
That's
we're gonna
what I'm
call from
saying.
now on in the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. And they're all gonna, when those guys show up today.
Which one
some of
of you
the
is
other
the
guys,
sweeper?
we're gonna use sweeper.
That's the question of the
Yeah.
day. That's the question of the day now.
Yeah.
It just brings
I'm
us
gonna,
up.
Who's the sweeper?
I'm gonna ask Jim Hart.
Who's the
Hey, how many
sweeper on your
sweepers we got back there? So you bring him into the conversation. He'll go, well, it looked like Ferg had about 6 guys cleaning up. I have no idea.
Only 2 were sweeping, but 1 was vacuuming.
Yeah. The other one was dumping garbage. Sweeper, my
Let's go back
ass.
to
So we can talk about
baseball.
sweepers, the pitch of a relief pitch or of pitchers now. We can segue sweepers into baseball now, I guess.
All right,
100%.
Right now, you know,
let's talk baseball for a
it
little
is
bit.
the predominant pitch of most pitchers now is a sweeper.
You said there's a lot of peeing in there.
The
Predominant
predominant pitching performance of professional players.
Yeah, what was the question, Mike?
Bravo.
That's my English degree paying off.
She
There you
sells
go.
seashells down by the seashore. I can't do the piece.
Well, what are you drinking there? I hope it's not. Is there anything
Oh, this is just diet.
good? If you're going to be on this show, you better have your A game on.
At least one of
Oh,
us
yeah,
is sober.
exactly.
You never know what they're going to
Go.
throw at you. Sweeper, weeper. But let's talk about
Seeker, Seaver.
Tom Seaver.
Tommy.
See, there we go.
Let's
You just play
let's-
word
let's-
alliteration all day.
Let's talk about. I mean, this is going to be a different lineup this year. We talked
Yeah,
about it
definitely.
earlier.
But I like the top of the Rays lineup. It's going to look a lot like last year's.
Yeah.
You know, Chandler Simpson's leading
Speed,
off.
fast.
Yandy Diaz, Aranda, and
Lux,
Caminero.
yeah, Lux. Now, what do you think about Kevin Kiermaier now in the outfield? And they're starting to impress upon. He's going to be the guy that teaches Chandler Simpson, who, by the way, never going to hit a home run to save his butt.
I'm glad Ben
He's a
Botham's not with us
contact
today.
because Ben would get
It
into this.
disparages KK.
So, I mean, even Ben should agree that KK deserved all the gold gloves he got.
Oh,
Kiermaier was
that
a,
outfield,
was
He
a-
won't. He's such a hard-headed Italian Irishman. I'm the German Irish hardhead. That he won't even admit that, which pisses me off, to be quite candid.
So, like,
with you.
KK was never good offensively. Like, a couple of home runs and 230, 240 batting average. You know, like, that's what you were going to get. But the defense made it up. He made game-saving catches.
Yes.
Yeah, everything.
the best first break in the history of the
Yeah.
Rays center field.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
going
absolutely.
with Carl. I mean, I'm going back to some center fielders, but his speed, and of course, Chandler Simpson has just earth-shaking speed.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now,
he
if
has
you could-
world-class speed.
If you could teach Chandler to take that first step the way Kevin Kiermaier always did, because that's a big outfield, it's a pitcher's park.
Yes.
You get that speed and improve on his game with his speed, and how many steals can he have in a season?
Yep.
You could have, there's your all-star maybe in 2026. And
Yeah, it's going to
Man,
take a
good pitcher,
while,
too.
because you really got
you got to grow into it.
you got to grow into it, and you got to know the ball coming off the bat, and you got to be like, all right, your first step is obviously the key in the outfield. And Kiermaier just had it instinctively. It's going to take a couple years for Chandler
He knows
to
the
get it.
park.
He does.
And we're here for at
Yes.
least 3, I say 4 more years, maybe a decade, but he'll be able to teach whoever's roaming the outfield and center field for the Rays.
And now he's working for other teams too, isn't he? Working for he's also working with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. I think he's working with Pittsburgh.
So he's a roaming consultant.
He's a
He's
hired
going-
guy.
Yes, but he's going to specifically work with Chandler Simpson.
Go ahead, again, the Brett Phillips thing. What a great thing for that.
Oh,
The
that's-
brand ambassador
It was
coming in.
such a no-brainer.
and
from the heart.
the passion and the energy he's going to bring.
Yes.
And
It was
Former
the
Seminole Warhawk.
It was the number one thing that they could have done to appease the fan base.
Yes.
Like, is hire Brett Phillips. Like, boom, you walk in the door, you hire Brett Phillips. You just have Brett Phillips talk to the fans, and nobody dislikes Brett Phillips at
because
all.
of-
Did you see his post?
Oh, it was
Oh,
cool.
well,
The energy.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
luck
absolutely.
getting me to watch. No offense to stuff, even my own stuff, why would I watch it? But watch the entire thing. It didn't matter how long it was, and I rewound it twice because I wanted to hear the enthusiasm.
And that's sincere.
And that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Seminole Warhawk for you, and of course a friend of the program because Brad and Ben and our ties.
And I'm sure we'll get him on. But it's sincere, guys.
Yeah.
It's
That's what I
genuine.
loved. That's what I love.
He's,
about it.
he is a genuine person. I hope to find him and give him a copy of my book. It's been on my whiteboard to give him a copy of my book.
Well, now he's going to be more accessible.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're
be
a
over there,
super
yeah.
fan, and he said, I'm going to interact with the fans.
Yep.
I'm going to interact with the sponsors. come up with creative ideas, and
And
that's
that's
what they
some-
want. That's what they need.
It's a human mascot, for lack of a better term. He's just
Human
out
mascot.
there. He's just
That's
out
a good
there.
point.
He's just out there.
He'll be flying. He'll be flying around.
No,
Fergs.
I want him to be DJ.
DJ Kitty. What?
DJ. We'll get two DJs up in there. But baseball, I'm looking forward. It's still early for spring and all.
Yeah.
I like the Rays. I don't like them to. I like them ahead of. Do you like them ahead of Baltimore in the East this year? I mean, Baltimore struggled so hard.
They
last
struggled
year,
so
but they
bad last
showed
year.
So much in 24.
Yeah, they did. They just fell off, and I don't know if Baltimore has the pitching. I don't know where they're getting pitching from anymore.
That's what
They don't have
they're
any.
getting all
Yeah.
the Rays. They're getting all the Rays cast offs. They're
Yeah,
getting,
Well,
the Eflins. And all that
Zach
stuff,
is
yeah.
still there. I think.
Well,
for
yeah,
one.
Did he say he's re-signed with them?
I haven't heard, but I thought he was. I thought he was going to be like
Okay,
their-
Orestes Estrada was going to join us, right?
right.
And he's also a representative of the Marlins organization.
Is it?
Yes.
That's a team on the rise.
That's where I first
Well,
learned to
he-
play in first base for the Marlins.
Well,
That's where I learned.
he actually ran into Pete Fairbanks
Okay.
this week when he was down there having a conversation during FanFest.
Wow.
And the loss of Pete Fairbanks, how big of an impact is that going to have on this?
I don't think it's going to have as much of an impact. Like, Pete was great for a quote. I think Pete
a
every
quote?
time I saw Pete, he was blowing games last year, and maybe it was just the fact that I went to like
It
one
was
game a
either
month.
Van or it was Tristan or one of my gang.
He flamed a few
Just
times.
shake
He
their
did.
head about Pete blowing games.
I think he relied on his slider way too much last year. There was games where it's like slider 88 miles an hour, slider 91 miles an hour. I'm watching his, the pitch on the scoreboard. I'm like, that's like 10 sliders at 91 miles an hour in a
Yeah,
row.
he was weighing on it.
And like, where's the 98, 99 mile an hour fastball? Just put these guys away.
Well, his fastball would always tail and stay up, and that's when they were putting it in contact to it.
Exactly.
And I go back to, honestly, no offense to Pete, love the guy. I think the Rays, where we are in our locker room, as we get Chandler Simpson, we're buying into Junior Caminero. Wander's not even on the radar anymore,
No,
thank God.
thank
But
goodness.
now you're ready to, because Pete Fairbanks was the go-to guy in the locker room for the quote because, well, he was the best quote, but he was also one of the only guys that was making that quote. I think this team's at a nexus where they're ready to find their next leaders.
Yes.
And I also go back to Pete Fairbanks, since he had that 26 games in a row and he was trying to beat the Rays record. I think it was against Cincinnati 2 years ago. And that game, when he lost that game that day, ever since then, he was always streakish.
Yeah,
And it appeared
very
last year,
streakish.
especially, his streaks seemed to go more to the south side than they come through with a victory.
I was kind of surprised they didn't trade him at the deadline. I was
yeah,
really
because
surprised.
maybe he gets that mojo for a postseason run with somebody if that was the plan.
He's got
right?
he's got the enthusiasm. He can
Right.
bring it and just get him to a contender where, he could be at least a setup man for somebody going to the World Series. I mean, the Dodgers weren't interested, but, somebody else could have definitely picked him up and used him in the bullpen.
And we're going to get going heavy into baseball. I want to finish with this thought because we have to talk about this. The Dodgers, they signed every free agent that was
Yep.
available this offseason. Their payroll's now, $3.2 billion a year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, the Yankees used to be that, 20, 30 years ago. But is that only making it more glaring that we need to work toward a salary floor and ceiling or a cap with a lockout in 27? Or is that just
I think it's coming. I
think
think the negotiations, the players and owners' negotiations will enforce at least the minimum cap, and that's going to enforce spending up. My problem with putting a top cap on is then you're not capping developmental programs. You're not capping teams from going down to Venezuela and creating their own camps.
Yeah.
You're not creating the structure of player development. Then becomes very tiered.
Wow.
Or signing bonuses become very tiered.
Right.
Or, I can't afford that guy from college because he wants $15 million, but the Yankees are going to get him at the 6th pick.
I see what you're
or
saying.
something like
So
that,
it's like a step back where the players don't have the wow, well, it's not really, but I mean, market value capitalism. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're never going to put a cap there, I think baseball, I love it. I know this goes against every, purist's thoughts, but I think it has to get to a more structured cap where more teams are all competitive across, especially if you want to expand to 32.
Hey,
And I think that
Fellas, I'm going to interrupt you. We'll continue a little baseball conversation in the last 10 minutes. But now it's hour number 2 of the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. And it's time to talk a little soccer. We're going to sit these gentlemen down right here in front of these microphones and talk rowdy soccer. The godfather of high school soccer is in the house. Jim, go ahead and grab a mic for a minute. Jim Hart's here. I know you got a lot of navigating to take place back back, but for the last 3 years, or is it 4 years, Jim, that we have had the draw? Nice and close to that microphone.
Yep, we've been here. This is our 4th year at Ferg's here with you covering us.
Why don't you explain the champions draw, and then we'll have a conversation with the guy that's going to take the Rowdies to the promised land in 2026.
So, Mike, this is Dominic Cassiato.
I'm glad you pronounced his last name. I didn't butcher it. For once in 27 years, I did not butcher somebody's name upon meeting them. Thank you very much.
You got it. So this is our high school Champions League draw. So this is a tournament we do, which is patterned after the European Champions League, which the idea of it is to identify the best high school soccer team in the Tampa Bay metro area, regardless of if they're public school, private school, big school, small school, doesn't matter. You have to earn your way into the Champions League through performance. So like performance this season earns a bid to next season.
And this season hasn't wound down completely.
We're in the middle of the state tournament right now.
Exactly.
A number of the teams that are going to get drawn are still alive in the state tournament right now, and they're being drawn for next year's Champions League today with Dom here. So it's very exciting. It's very much a soccer thing. I think this Champions League idea would work with all of our American sports. I really do, because we've got big schools, small schools, private, public. But who's got the best team? This is a way to find out, and it's a local idea. So it's Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Pasco.
Gotcha.
So it's about local rivalries.
How many total high schools is that? That's about 154 high schools.
It's something like that. Yeah, there's tons of them. And the top 16, well, not exactly the top 16. There's some elements to it. You have to win your district tournament, thus champion. You have to be the champion of your district tournament. That's why you get in a Champions League. But there are some really strong districts where the team that doesn't win the district, they miss out. But maybe a team not quite so good gets in.
Now, you have taken this concept and trying to put the blueprint across America.
That's right.
And it's been well received. And, of course, Perry helped a lot with that.
Yes.
With St. Louis.
Yep.
You have another location here.
Polk County, Florida. Polk County's got the Champions League for the entire county. And then South Florida, which is Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties.
Those are big counties, buddy.
Big counties. They're about twice as big a population as ours.
Yeah.
So they have a big Champions League. But we're talking to about a dozen metro areas around the United States. The principles are it's free to play. Sponsors cover the cost. It's merit-based. You have to earn your way in. It's metro-based. It's local. It's coach collaboration. The coaches run it. Student-athlete empowerment. Let's give the kids a platform.
So it differentiates, if I could speak, from club soccer, which a lot of people have thought is taking over high school soccer across America, in basketball, baseball, every amateur sport.
Yep.
And it's kind of the deterioration of high school
I'm glad
sports.
You asked about that
because it pisses me off.
Well, the Champions League is a bit of a response to that, because there are some really good players that cannot afford to play in these clubs.
Yep.
The high school team is it for them. Well, why shouldn't they?
Families take out loans.
Why shouldn't they have a place where Dominic can see them play? But just because they don't have money doesn't mean they're not a good player. And we had a couple kids in the championship game at this last one over at Al Lang that the Rowdies are starting to track now. Good players.
Well, and the beauty of your relationship with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and of course are owned by the Tampa Bay Rays, and we'll talk a little bit about that if we can grab Ryan too in the next hour. But the reality is, there's not a cooler place for them to have that championship, and that's in December, right?
No, it's in December. Yep.
Yep.
Don't keep him too long, because I'm going to need him to draw out the teams. Give him back to me.
Trying to get Ryan here.
Give him back
He's
to me
in an Uber outside. I'm trying to tell him where we are. You want to text Ryan and let him know?
I'll let him know.
Yeah, he's telling the front room where I buy him lunch when I can get him down here. So, Coach, I certainly appreciate you. Thanks that Jim gave you your introduction, and I want to thank you for taking a few moments to join us. Melania, she plays soccer for Eckerd College. She's a Canadian and knows more in her pinky, a thimble, than I do about the game of soccer, so we thought we'd bring her into the conversation.
Thank you.
And Ray Kennedy is my wingman.
I have a
And-
question, Coach. Do you know what the position a sweeper plays?
Yes.
Oh,
see?
Because I knew sweeper earlier. We were talking soccer and talking about y'all coming on, and nobody knew what a sweeper. And of course, she's just too young. And I'm like, no, sweeper was a thing. Of course,
Okay.
I was back with Pele and Rodney Marsh and the Rowdies in '76. But so we're here now.
It's like the
talking
fullback, right?
Yeah.
I thought
2020.
it was a trick question at the beginning.
No, sir. I just appreciate the back.
Hold that microphone a little bit closer or grab the silver one
Oh, this.
if you're more comfortable with the silver one there.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I thought it was a trick question at first, so
No,
thanks for
sir.
clearing it out.
Yeah,
Thank
nice
you.
job. We just get him on first time and you're throwing a curveball
I
at
just
him.
got street cred with the coach. That's all I'm worried about.
So
Thank you.
let's go over your bio. Of course, you got here last year, and let's talk about your your travels in the world of soccer.
Yeah, I came in last year in
Where you
the
from
middle of
originally?
July. I'm originally from England.
Well, I knew which town. I know. I know the landscape a little bit there.
So I'm from London, from East
Oh,
London,
you are?
from a place called Stepney.
Turn his microphone around. Come on, Ray.
Good, coach.
Am I good now? Is that
Yeah,
better?
you're
It
good. You're
is.
good.
Sorry, I look like an amateur here, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd rather look like you than myself. But anyway,
I'm just sweeping, Mike. I'm just sweeping. Go ahead, coach.
so let's get your bio.
Yeah, so like I said, I came here last July after a couple of really successful seasons with Union Omaha in League One, where we won 3 trophies in 2 years. Before that, I was an assistant coach with the El Paso Locomotive in the championship. And then before that, I worked for the New York Cosmos, who were big rivals of the Rowdies back
Yes,
in the
sir.
NASL days. Prior to that, I spent a couple of years working in Spain with the Academy at Espanyol, and then I coached in and around New York for probably 6 or 7 years before that.
What do you think about the vibe down here for, especially tonight's friendly against a friendly?
Friendly.
I'm
It's a
working on-
friendly. Yeah.
It's a friendly, but with HC or FC Montreal.
CF Montreal.
CF Montreal.
Well, that's in
FC.
French. Yeah, FC.
Oh, see, so but I mean the vibe in St. Pete. Do you like the Rowdies, and does that also harken back? Because last year was the 50th season. Are you feeling that as well and getting excited for this upcoming season?
Yeah, listen, it was a big reason why I came here. You know,
Ryan Helfrich wasn't one of the big reasons.
he was another reason for sure. He was definitely another reason, and I'm very thankful to Ryan for the opportunity he gave me to be here in Tampa and St. Pete. But I think there's a lot of clubs in American soccer that were here. They've been here since yesterday, right? Like they get here 3 years ago, and then all of a sudden they go out of business and they're gone, and there's no footprint. Whereas the Rowdies have been around since '75, and to me, you want to have meaningful work. You want to work for something that is bigger than yourself, that has an impact in the community. And I think this is a really good example of a club that does that here in our area.
Well,
Almost
it-
getting teared up over here, but yes, exactly right. That's exactly.
Well, I hate to boot you out of your seat, but you're
Oh,
limited.
please, yes,
you're
sir.
limited on your ability to converse about
Can I
about
just?
soccer.
I proved that I knew what sweeper was.
Yeah,
And can I mention
yeah.
that I was at that game in '75? Again, I saw Pele.
He wasn't born.
Pele attempted a soccer bicycle kick at the southern end, and it hit off the top of the crossbar. It didn't go in.
Oh, no way.
And then we went on the field after. It was a July 4th weekend. Cosmos against the Rowdies and the big sombrero. So, Coach, it was great to meet you. And now I'm going to exit stage right.
Likewise.
And he's going to join us right now, the president of the Rowdies, and he's Ryan Helfrich, and he's been very kind to me, and he's been through a lot. It's a tough year, but looks like you got a superb man at the helm now, and for your team.
We got our guy.
You got our guy. That's the president of GM just saying,
Yep.
we got our guy. And I'm sure there's a lot of energy and excitement within the fan base, the ownership. And let's talk a little bit about the ownership because, obviously it's a change. They were in AA. We've had them down here, a couple of the owners, and they're very enthusiastic guys, and I appreciated their passion. And they bought the entire bar a drink, so you know that. So you need to tell them, hey, you need to buy the entire bar on behalf of the Rowdies a drink. But a little bit of a transition. They come from AA and AAA, but they know what it takes to get a fan base excited. What have you seen as far as any change from that perspective?
Yeah,
It was a little early.
No, I mean, listen, we're excited to have them as our ownership group. And I think one of the big things is the amount that they've supported us throughout the off season. They're very hands-on. They've, like I've said, they've been supportive, and they're just here to help us continue to move the organization forward and take us to the next level and take the next steps.
So, how did you find this young man to your left?
Well, I actually didn't find him. Our head of soccer operations, Nico Castillo, founded him. And I remember our first conversation in July that I was involved with. I think we had about an hour carved out, and we ended up speaking for about 3 hours. And his energy, his enthusiasm to grow the game, uh, he was obviously ready to take the next step in his coaching career. And Tampa Bay Rowdies, that's a club that he wanted to lead, and it was very evident from the beginning. And I think we had a lot in common in terms of philosophy, standards, the culture that we wanted to create in the locker room and in the organization. And it just made sense to bring him on board.
Well, Dominic, what teams had you played for and coached for prior to arriving here?
Yeah, so before coming here to Tampa, I was with Union Omaha in USL League One. I was a head coach there. Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska?
Yeah, very different weather to here.
Hey.
Especially this time of year.
I grew up 70 miles north of Sioux City, Iowa.
No way.
I hope to God you didn't have to go to my. they call it the sewer, but I love Omaha, Nebraska. How was that experience?
That's brilliant. Omaha was great for me. It was my first head coaching position at a professional level, and had a lot of success there. In our first year, we won the Players' Shield. The second year, we won the Players' Shield and the championship at the end of the year as well. So, yeah, it's a really good grounding for me in terms of learning what it takes to be a head coach at a professional level and building a roster, building a culture, having high standards, all of those things. So it was a great experience for me.
Let me, and I pray to God to give me the right answer here. You did not turn into a big red Cornhusker fan in that period. And if you did, you just faked it for the sponsorship, right?
Yeah, no, I'd never made it out there for a game. I wasn't a big fan, so you're safe there. Don't worry.
Good. Yeah, there's a lot of rivalry between Iowa and Nebraska. That Missouri River separating us.
Iowa's the Hawkeyes, right? Yeah, Hawkeyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And the Huskers. We don't want to talk about them.
No,
anyway, most people don't realize it's kind of a cosmopolitan town because it's the only game in the state, kind of like Des Moines, Iowa. So it's not bad being in a market like that. But when you left Omaha and you're looking at that dirty Missouri River and Ryan's taking you down, and there's the bay and the view. That wasn't a tough call, was it?
No.
She said the same thing. She came from Maine.
Yeah, exactly. I transferred here, and honestly, I saw the beach, the water, and everything. I'm coming here. Like, I have to. It's just wonderful here.
Hey, Coach, did he use that as a closer? And then look, when you're tired and exhausted, all you got to do is look at that beautiful water and the scenery at Al Lang.
Yeah, it's funny because there's days when we're training out at Al Lang or we have a game out there, and if I go out before the game or before the training session, I look out at the water there. It feels like you're in Monte Carlo or Monaco or something, right? It's absolutely beautiful. It's paradise. So no, I feel really fortunate and blessed to be here.
Well, we got a motocross for you too coming up, the St. Pete Grand Prix in just a few weeks. So you're going to get that same feel again.
All right, nice.
So let's talk about the community embracing you. I know there's a lot of excitement, and everybody's always loved Ryan. He's just a superb human being, number one, and makes relationships for the right reasons. But it's got to feel good representing now the new ownership, but just your fan base. Your Rowdies fan base is amazing. They start up here on a Saturday with a 7:30. What do you call it? You don't call it first kick?
Yeah, you can call it first.
What do you call it?
First kick.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I butcher everything in terminology wise. So before first kick, they start partying up the street here and work their way down to the pubs before they then land in the parking lot and set up like it's a Nebraska football game. It's crazy, isn't it?
It is, right? I mean, I think we have an energetic fan base.
How he says that? So he's on it. These guys are
Right.
over the top, is what he wants to say,
They are wild. They like to party.
and it's
have a
a
good
great
time.
environment.
It is. And that's what makes soccer unique, right? I always like to say the fan base is more proactive than reactive. They're singing, they're chanting, they're cheering the lads
They
on,
know the game.
and they understand the game as well.
Well, and you got to, but that energy's got to wear off on the team too.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. I think it's a big part of the reason why I wanted to come here. And I remember coming to play Tampa with El Paso when I was an assistant back in 2022 as the last game of the season. And at the time, obviously, Tampa had a great team. And I remember being really impressed with the fan base, the energy, the feeling in the stadium. And that was one of the things that really attracted me to the job. So to now be here and to try and build a team that these fans can be proud of is something I'm really excited about.
I missed that. You coached at El Paso too?
I was an assistant there, yeah.
But that was fun. I've been to El Paso more than once. You got to Omaha. That was like freaking paradise. Anyway, now you're at the pinnacle. There's nothing better than Tampa Bay. So let's talk about the team this year. Of course, tonight, folks, if you're listening or watching us on YouTube and Facebook, we got an exhibition game. You can believe it. On Valentine's Day. I hope you got some kind of a theme for the sweethearts out there.
Just bring them out.
Oh, there you go.
It's a great date idea.
Says a soccer lady. But yeah, so you got an exhibition game, here on the 14th of February. Soccer's here.
Yeah, no, we're excited about it. Hopefully the fans come out and can fall in love with us a little bit more. But no, we're really excited about the game. We've had 3 MLS opponents so far. Tonight will be our 4th MLS opponent, and we've fared really well so far. So we're excited for the game. And if you look at our team this season, we've turned over about 95% of the roster. So it's a completely new team.
Really?
And, this is the start of a new era here and hopefully the start of a dynasty. So I'm really excited to be leading it and hopefully everybody in the community can really enjoy the soccer that we play and the way we play it and obviously the results as well.
Okay, so you pretty much redid the entire team, right? Now you and coach sit down and then, or is there a draft? Or you do go hunting for players and try to convince them to join you?
Yeah, I mean, there's no draft in our league.
Okay.
So Dom and our head of soccer operations, Nico Castillo, they work closely together. They obviously have their big board and who they want to go after and who they want to target. And then from there, it's, talking about our philosophy, the way that we want to play, making sure that as well, they're good human beings. That's first and foremost.
I know that's huge in your world, and bravo.
Yeah. So, and then from there, Nico and Dom build the team together. They keep me in the loop with what's going on. It's like Dom said, there's been a lot of turnover this offseason, but we feel like we're on the up and up and we're moving forward as an organization, and we're excited to see what the year ahead brings.
Okay, so let's talk about finding these players, because that's got to be a laborious process. Is there a database, or is there a way to see them play?
Yeah, I think you guys do a lot of recruiting, right? Like, do you have a recruiter specifically just to go and watch in other places?
Actually, we don't, and we just appointed one this year. It was a former player, Leo Fernandez.
Leo, they didn't get any better than Leo.
Yeah,
he with that smile and his personality, he could sell ice to Eskimos, and I love that cat. Is he going to be here today?
No, he won't be here.
I wanted to get him on. He's a great conversation.
We'll get him on another time.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll tell him. He's top of your list.
He knows that. Yeah, I love him. So, because he talks down, and where I can understand the game for one thing. Keep that in mind, please. But anyway, so have you seen a lot of cohesiveness early? I mean, it's going to be tough assembling that many guys together that have never played alongside each other.
Yeah, I think that's my job, right? My job is to bring these guys together and make them commit to a common goal. And I think we've done a great job in terms of getting everybody on the same page. I think first and foremost, bringing guys here that want to be here, that want to represent the Rowdies in this community. That's been number one, and guys that are going to be good custodians of our club in the community. They're going to represent this community with pride has really been top of our list now. Obviously, they have to be good soccer players as well. But we really think that we've got the mix and the recipe right. And obviously time will tell in terms of the results, but I'm really confident about the group we have and the direction that we're heading in.
Knowing very little, I'm going to ask this question, and Melina can interrupt and cream me later on. Do you look for a offensive ball club, defense? Which direct? I know you're going to say balance, but What do you prefer? You want a high scoring team, or do you want a team that can lock everybody down? Because defense wins championships in any sport, they say. But I just wondered what your philosophy is. Fans like to see, scoring, of course, in most sports, but that doesn't mean it's a winning recipe.
Yeah, look, for me, I've probably built my career, my reputation on being a very attack-minded coach.
I like that. I'll be coming to the games.
Yeah, you'll see plenty of goals, hopefully going in the right end.
Beautiful.
But
I mean, you're not winning without goals, so.
yeah, you have to score. If you don't score, you don't win, right? So even when I was an assistant in El Paso,
So I'm not going to see any 0-0 scores this year.
I can't promise you that.
Okay.
But we're going to try and score a few more than the opposition. I can promise you that. Even when I was an assistant in El Paso, we were at the top of the league in terms of goals scored, and that was kind of my remit, was working with the attacking players. And then in Omaha, over the last couple of years, we broke every record in terms of creating chances and scoring goals. So hopefully we can repeat that success here in Tampa.
I like everything I'm hearing. The key there, speed. What position did you play again?
I was a center back.
Me too, actually. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, something in common. Now, is that defense or offense?
Defense.
A defensive
just-
player.
You know how
It wants to be an offensive
coach.
coach. What's that?
You know how we were talking about the sweeper in the beginning?
Yeah,
Well, kind of like this.
the fullback.
Just right up,
Gotcha.
right in front.
I'm going to learn a lot here, Ryan, having these conversations. I know that.
We need to sit down for lunch. I'll teach
for,
you.
for a long lunch. So let's talk about the marketing strategy for 2026, because obviously, in both facilities, right across the street with FanFest today, you need to get and embrace the fan base to new coach, new ownership. The Rock is still here, and that's Ryan Helfrich. So that makes things a little bit easier. What is the goal to get more people coming to the games?
I think one of the biggest things, it's doing something similar to what we're here doing today with the High School Champions League, right? It's getting out in the community. It's being proactive. It's meeting people where they're at. Obviously, we'll always have our traditional media spend and marketing spend and try to get the news stations out, and we'll have billboards going and
we'll
things
have
like
something
that.
on a weekly basis as we have in the past here.
Yeah, and we'll definitely do that. But I think it's going out to events, meeting fans, engaging with them, developing relationships, and then from there, the kids, the parents, they're going to want to come out and watch us. So we'll continue to do that. I think we're going to do it at a level that our staff is not used to this year, but we're going to push everybody and make sure that everybody around the region knows who the Rowdies are and want to attend games.
Well, and one of the things I know, which is a huge commitment to the local community, is you wanting to get the high school kids involved, and the high school kids that are playing, and even the young kids. They start finding a favorite player. You got anybody on the squad that's like an eccentric guy that the fans are going to really fall in love with? You got anybody of that ilk?
I think we've got a few. Is there anything that springs to mind for you, Ryan?
I think as you look around the roster, with all the new guys, I think there's a lot of guys who bring excitement, whether it's Carson and MD and Evan Conway to Gennaro. There's plenty of guys, right? And I think that's one of the things that we do.
And we
really
need to let the community know that they're gonna generate excitement, right?
And they will generate excitement. I think, like I mentioned before, it's going out and meeting people where they're at. So we have about 30 youth soccer clinics scheduled throughout the Tampa Bay region.
Bravo.
Throughout the course of our season, where the players go out, they run drills with the kids, sign autographs, take photos, and then obviously the kids want to come out to the stadium and see the guys play.
You need any young ladies to assist you with that?
If you want to help, we
sure.
we could use you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's got enthusiasm. I'm selling for you right now.
Thank you so much.
And
yeah,
yeah,
she's doing it for me. I don't have to do it.
enthusiasm. She knows the sports. She knows all sports, and she brightens up the. She brightens up.
Is he your agent?
I guess I guess he is.
Yeah.
Hey, it's my second
I'm just
time, so-
blessed that she's part of our team right now, as I am having the Rowdies down here. We love the relationship, and then of course Jim Hart, everything he's doing. When you found out what Jim Hart was doing with this Champions League, had you seen anything like it in your travels from England to El Paso, to Omaha, home of the greatest steak in the world? Did you Have you ever seen anything like it? The
No,
Champions League?
I think it's great what Jim's doing. Is great, trying to galvanise the community and spread it nationwide. I think it's a really brilliant initiative, and we're happy to be supporters of it.
And you know why I like it, Ryan? I think probably one of the reasons why the Rowdies want to get involved, and I definitely want to, is and it's a sad state of affairs right now, as we look at the landscape of American sport, from the NIL and the transfer portals and the ability to there's no loyalty, move on, and it's down at the high school level now too, or the parents who believe 110% that if Melina plays club versus her high school, that's going to benefit her much more so. And then it impacts them by not having relationships, with their fellow students, as well as the school pride and a lot of these things. But when you have this Champions League, everybody has a fair opportunity to participate and not reach deep into their pockets.
Yeah, I think it's not only about the fair opportunity. I think it's some of the things that you already touched on, right? It's the school pride, the camaraderie, these are your friends that you're
Yeah, the
in school
reunions
with.
down.
Yeah.
The reunions down the road.
Yep. But one of the things that we like to do, and I think we're the only city that hosts high school Champions League that does this, is
And a beautiful facility.
yeah, and hosting the finals at Al Lang Stadium.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was amazing.
giving those kids that experience, right? And we give them the full game experience, just like the Rowdies players and our guys have for the first team. So access to the locker rooms, player walkouts, starting lineups, video boards on.
How cool is
LED
that?
ribbon boards are on. The fans are in the stands. We have a PA announcer. So again, those little things, regardless of who wins or who loses at the end of the day, we know that they're athletes and they're playing for hardware and trophies, but it's really about that experience.
Well, Dominic, had you seen, growing up in England, had you seen anything comparable in England, or everything's pretty much club over there, isn't it?
It's a little bit different over there in England because you'll play for your school team. Like everybody will play for their school team. I remember playing for my school team, and then probably around high school age here, around 15, 16 is maybe when it gets a little bit less serious. But in England, regular high school kind of ends at 16, so it's a little bit different. But up until 14 or 15, everybody will play for their school team and represent their school.
How about Canada, young lady?
Yeah, we're pretty much the same as England. I'd say I used to play with my school team all the time. So we had a sports program. So I would do this, and then after I would go to club as well. So it's kind of a mix of both. But again, it's pretty much school as well.
Well, I love the concept that Jim's got going on. All right, so let's talk about season tickets and sponsorship, because anytime you come on my show, you get to promote the Rowdies.
Yeah.
Things you need, big games coming up. Couldn't be any bigger because it's the first one of the season. But what do you got going on tonight?
Yeah, so tonight, as you've already mentioned, we're playing CF Montreal. It's our last match against Major League Soccer club. One of the unique things, our season ticket members, one of the benefits they get all the preseason matches for free. So those are complimentary to them, which is great. We kick off the season. We're on the road March 7th at Birmingham. Our first home match of the regular season is March 21st against defending USL Championship champions Pittsburgh Riverhounds. And the one thing that I always tell people, one, it's affordable, right?
Very affordable.
We have season tickets starting at $10 a ticket. So that anybody can afford it. If you can't afford that, we have 12-month payment plans. So we
Do
can,
you really?
yeah. So
Bravo.
we can work with you on that. I think the other thing is too, we have 17 home matches throughout the course of the season, ranging from March through October. Most of the games are on Saturday evenings. Best part about soccer, it's a 90-minute match, right? So game kicks off at 7:30. By 9:30, you're out of the building. So
great family entertainment.
Yeah, and it's really good. It's for all ages. Kids come out. You see a lot of families out there at the matches, young professionals, and then a lot of the old, as we call them, fannies from the original Rowdies back in the 70s.
So now I'm a fanny.
You are.
I'm trying to think. There's a couple of guys that I've had on the show that played in that era, and the name escapes me right now.
Perry Vanderbeck.
Well, Perry, yes.
Yeah, he played in that era.
He's very, very proud of that. And is he going to be here today?
I'm not sure.
If he is, we'll get Perry on as well. But, as you said, what impressed you was 50 years of soccer, and the ups, the downs, indoor soccer. I mean, you name it, but they found a way. So this must be a market, and there are conversations of getting to the next level. But first things first, right, fellas? Take care of business right now.
Day by day.
Yeah. Well, young man, we appreciate you coming. Okay, being from England, what's your favorite American sport?
I went to ice hockey with Ryan the other day. I think ice hockey is probably number one.
Pretty
Is that
cool.
Canadian? No, that's more Canadian,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Pretty cool, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. What a great evening we had. Yeah.
Plus the light. I mean, they do it right. You know that the
Yeah.
Lightning do a superb job of their fan presentation, interaction, event giving back to the community, and I've got that gut feel meeting, and Ray interviewed him, meeting that ownership group, that they've got the same feeling about wanting to be a big part of the community, and I think that'll happen.
They do. They do.
All right, there's a lot of pressure on you, man. You got a bunch of guys that have never played together. What's that cohesiveness? The challenges, and regardless, athletes have egos. How do you balance that? Because you got a lot of guys that came from all over the world, I'm sure, and different teams and different routes to get where they're at. So that's a big challenge as a coach as well.
Yeah, it's one I'm really looking forward to. I think one of my strengths is being able to get people on the same page and being able to sacrifice for the club and for the community that they're representing. And I think we're making great strides in that area to get everybody on the same page and everyone singing from the same hymn sheet going into the first game of the season.
Well, I certainly appreciate you. You better go in there and take care of your responsibilities for Mr. Hart. You and I'll grab lunch. I know your world's crazy. Wherever you want to meet, Fergs isn't a bad idea once in a while.
Yeah, we can do it here.
And bring Coach. He's never had. He'll get a little Fergs fare today.
Yeah.
But bring Coach. Bring anybody you want.
I'll have to pull him out of the office.
Coach, quick hour. Throw a Colby and some chips down, and I'll make sure we have chips and cold beer for you. Make you feel like at home. We'll have some shipyard beer.
Sounds good.
Some
All
baked
right.
beans too.
And what?
I had them for breakfast this morning, beans on toast,
Yummy.
believe it or not. Yeah.
What? What kind of beans?
How would you describe baked beans?
They're kind of like in a tomato sauce-ish kind of. So I played with a team. One of my teammates, she's from London as well. My coach too. So we're all English at Edgar College.
There we go.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, don't invite me for breakfast.
You'd be surprised. It's really good.
All right, gentlemen. Well, here's Mr. Hart. He's got everybody on a timer. I appreciate you coming down. I'm looking forward to working with you guys again. And it's a new era, new players, new coach, and you got The Rock and new ownership. So it should be very exciting this year.
Thanks so much for having us, Mike.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Ryan.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Dominic.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it. All right, I'll bring the baseball guys back in here.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
You're listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. We're live from Ferg's Sports Bar and Grill, America's #1 rated sports bar. You heard that, didn't you, Ryan? America's #1 sports bar is rated by USA Today. So that's another one of the accomplishments of our mentor, and that, of course, is Mark Ferguson. He doesn't know a damn thing about soccer, but I'm going to get him picking it up there, Ray Kennedy.
Talk about a coup. I mean, you got the Rays Fan Fest across the street. We have the Rowdies in the house. A preseason match tonight. Again, I pose that, again, July, August, September. We have to be inside for baseball. It's hot. But enjoy your Rowdies when we have them here in February, especially on a weekend like this.
And it's a 7:30 kick.
Yes.
And the breeze off the bay, because I've been there. You've been there.
Beautiful this time of year.
You've never been?
Never
Lang?
Never set foot in Al Lang Stadium.
I almost pushed you off that chair just now, and I got so
know,
much
I know.
respect for you.
You're going.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You got to
No,
be down
I
there.
can't
You're
take some
going
time.
in 2026, pal.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do a whole group thing. Yeah, let's go.
It'll be great.
I like that, Dominic.
Oh, what a coach. And then the way they were hitting off. I mean, and how are we lucky? Can you get back over here, or you got to help out over here? Because you should still be in here. You can't, more her, less me, Mike. But the
Well,
soccer
that's obvious
conversation.
from a visual perspective.
Obviously. But no, and also talking about the Champions League, and we just went through this again with the Sun Bash tournament, the basketball, is that it's not even so much you're seeing great competition with these tournaments, with these matches. You're seeing the best talented soccer players in the entire area, and they're coming together to us in a setting like LA. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is.
What was this? We're all English at Eckerd. I mean, like, I think you got a job at the Rowdies right now. Did this just happen?
I think you liked it.
I think that happened. But what a man. It was so great to have you in here. And I'm so glad that I sat on that side and you were here to talk with the coach and Ryan. And I was able to exit and go over and we talk baseball. But pretty exciting to get on here now with the Sports Connection.
And it's so fun to hear about how they're creating good culture. And it's hard to create a big, like you have a big change in your team. It's hard to create and make everyone on the same page.
Yeah.
So I think they're going the right way, and step by step they're gonna get there, and having the fans going there, and it's just gonna be exciting. Yeah.
It's going to be some growing pains. Well, I didn't to be polite, but obviously also though through those trials and tribulations, and this is one of the things I always say, it's not just that destination, it's the journey and those lumps you take or the friendships, the camaraderie, the team that comes together like you and Eckerd, like you with your last 5 months here. How are you still staying involved now, even though you have the injury, so you're not finishing up playing now, but still
She's
staying
not going to be
with
involved.
this?
She's going to spend all of her time with the.
I'm trying to make sure we got her more than we can get.
Look at
So
that
here.
smile.
So yeah, no, honestly, I was team captain last year, so just
Imagine that.
all
She doesn't have the personality to be the team captain, does she?
No, right? No, I think everyone's great at school and everyone's just welcoming. And honestly, I came in as a junior. I was a transfer, D1 transfer coming to a D2. It's hard to get into a team and be like, I'm not better than you. I don't want to be perceived as that girl that's coming from a big D1. No, like I'm coming here. We're going to build a great culture. We want to make Eckerd better. And that's what we did. And I think this year, now that I'm not involved within the squad, especially because of my injury, but also because I'm not going to waste my time at practice if I'm going to take someone's spot.
Right.
I'm here to support the girls that are new because we have a lot of new transfers coming in too. But just honestly, just hanging out with the girls, making sure they're okay. If there's anything, I'm also still in touch with the coach and in the athletic office. So yeah, it's great.
So we're going to get more of you. Good.
Yes.
So Mike, we're in good shape. We're in good shape here moving
All
forward.
right, way to cement the deal. It was done a long time ago.
I hope so.
She's the
Can I
most
ask you-
persistent person I've ever met at her age, and I love it.
Can I ask a quick question
Yeah.
then? Because transfers is such especially over the last, I say, 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
It is.
It's big.
The college scene is so fluid now.
Yeah.
What is the best practice that you have seen for a coach to just get all these pieces as quickly as possible
Mhm.
from like signing day or transfer day to game day? What is some of the things that a good coach can do?
Well, you know what? A lot of the times coaches, it's going to be last minute. And especially in the transfer portal, everything changes. You don't know whether the player is going to come or not. And you don't know if you have the resources, the money, etc. So what you have to do is be ready when they come and make sure everyone on the team is aware that, maybe they're a big shot, but let's make that person our person now. We're a team. Let's bring that person in. For me, it's like my coach just included me as I was one of their own already.
Okay.
And
That's the key to this world of
making
transfers.
sure that what I brought in as a perspective from a D1 was known and was understood by everyone. It's not like a better play. It's just how we should do things now. So
And Mr. Forsley said, like when he said you came here from University of Maine,
Mr. Forsley.
it was Fred,
Right.
but coming down here
Yeah.
because of a smart move and the international students and the level of students that we're attracting there to Eckerd College. So that makes it easier. And I think that goes to answer your question is get everyone's boots on the ground quick and let you guys become a family because you're already halfway there because you're dealing with some really accomplished athletes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And then team spirit is all.
Yeah.
You need a good team spirit.
Have you been to a Rowdies game?
No, I haven't yet.
Well,
We have to.
you and some of the girls are definitely going to get tickets. I'll make sure that
Yeah.
happens,
Thank you so much.
and I'll make sure you're not sitting in the same region as Michael here.
Wow.
I don't even get to
Because-
go.
I mean,
I'm not even invited?
Because
I need somebody to tell me what's going on the
On the pitch.
on the
That's
pitch.
true.
On the
That's
pitch.
true. That's
Right.
true.
You can't
not
sweep
sure
that
that's-
under the rug.
The
I'm gonna work
sweeper.
this. I'm gonna get so
Hey,
much mileage out of
How
this.
about Dominic knowing sweeper right away?
Coach better.
Unless you're going to let me borrow your Soccer for Dummies book. that you
Well,
found that
no.
is collecting
You're
dust
a
on
lot
the
brighter.
shelf.
You're a lot brighter than me, brother.
He only
Wouldn't
read
take
4
very long.
pages, so
He's got
You're-
it somewhere. He's not
you're
reading it. He might as
listening-
well let me
You're
borrow.
listening to the
No pictures.
You're listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. We are live on this Valentine's Day, 2026. And more importantly, it is the opening exhibition for the Tampa Bay Rowdies at 7:30, playing a team from Montreal, I believe is what he said.
yes.
And is that your hometown?
No, I'm from Quebec City, but it's like 3 hours away from me.
Gotcha. And then, of course, right now, in 17 minutes, the doors will be open. Well, I mean, the gates will open because it's in the parking lot, right?
It's on the street. They got like there's like some
Fanfare,
there's some
fanfare.
chutes with some gates that go up, and then like the cows. They herd us in there. I wanted to ask you something, if I may. Not personal. Quel âge as-tu?
Vous pouvez.
Love it. I took French in 7th grade. That's the only thing I know. Où habites-tu? Quel âge as-tu? But anyway, go ahead, Mike. Back to you. But
What the hell does that mean?
Quel âge as-tu?
Quel âge as-tu?
Ah,
Wait.
23 ans.
Si, oui. See,
Spanish.
I had to get a little French in. Well, I took French because everyone
What
like.
the hell is wrong with you?
I took French because everyone's like it's harder than
Kristen,
Spanish.
I told you not to let the old man drink on the way down here.
There we go. There's always one.
Anyway,
Humor.
so you speak fluent French.
Yes.
From
Yeah,
Quebec.
Quebec City.
You better.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's you grew up speaking French. Everyone speaks French there. No
Yeah.
English.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. No,
So
Bill,
was English learned along the way, or was that also in the household? Or
Well, they
Household is only French.
oh wow,
Everywhere you
so
go, it's only
your
French.
family speaks French?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you go home, you got to adjust quite a bit,
Oh
don't
yeah, and when I'm on the phone, I speak French. Yeah, my friends speak French, so it's a balance.
I'm
honestly.
like trying to figure out how that
you?
works.
Man,
Why are you trying to
I'm
figure out
trying to
that?
see, I'm trying to figure out how we can profit from this. Maybe we can get ourselves
Oh,
a
a
French
see,
show.
a French show.
Well, hey,
Yeah,
I go.
you can't get.
I'll write a book for you.
Here's the book we're gonna get.
French for the dummy.
Yeah, French for dummies. You beat me to it.
Am I the dummy?
No,
Okay.
3 dummies.
Three dummies.
You're gonna be on this show. You got to learn this book.
Three
fast.
dummies and a little lady. There's your tagline.
She's carrying the entire show. We're just going wee. Anyway, how do you say Ferg's #1 sports bar in America in French?
Yeah.
Say it, please.
Ferg's, le meilleur bar de sport en Amérique.
Number one in
Exactly
America.
how I'd say it.
Exactly.
Yeah, wonderful job.
Except for
Took me a second to translate it a little bit.
Yeah.
well, you had to
Yeah.
think backwards because
too.
it's. I mean, that's not even how we would say it in Quebec.
No.
We would say something similar, but it wouldn't be. The words wouldn't be in that order.
Yeah, no.
well, have you I know there's a lot of retired Canadians in Dunedin. Have you
In
made
where?
Dunedin?
Dunedin.
It's
Well,
about
the
an hour.
Blue Jays train, but
Yeah, well, the
Okay.
Blue Jays spring train is about an hour north of here.
Okay.
Hour 30 or so.
I
There's
re-
a lot of retired Canadians.
I got to
from-
interrupt this because this is a timely conversation we're going to have, and we got Nick on the line
Oh.
from Daytona, the Daytona
our guy Nick,
500.
yes.
Nick Cowan. He's we're always going to call him the Bat Boy on our show when he sits down with us. What's going on, my man?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now. So we were having little audio issues. I wanted to ask you, exciting stuff. The Craftsman Truck Series is going to be down here racing the weekend of the 28th and, of course, the 29th, and that's the Grand Prix. And, of course, that's what you're looking to do. You're looking to bring that car out here on the 25th that week. But what's that? What are we going to see? Because I've seen the Craftsman trucks. I love when they race on the roundy rounds. I love the fact that the back ends are lighter to get a little more. How's that going to transfer to the streets of St. Petersburg there on the 28th?
I think it's going to be absolutely wild. I mean, they're going to have enough practice time on the speed, probably win who you wouldn't expect.
There's going to be some rooster tails, ain't there?
One of the guys that all with is Frankie Muniz. I think Frankie, he's got a really good road racing background. I think he has a shot to win in St. Pete.
Malcolm in the middle. I'll tell you what, I love the fact, and I love that he got to racing even before he was even the show was even done with his run. And he is quite an accomplished racer. He's going to be down
Explain
here.
this to this OG doesn't know what the hell you're talking about.
Frankie Munoz. You know, well, nobody knows.
Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
Malcolm in the
it was a
Middle.
Fox show in like the early 2000s.
He's great, but he's a good racer.
He drives too.
Go ahead, tell us about it, Nick.
He's racing. Yeah. He's been driving full time in NASCAR for I think the last two or three seasons. He raced in Daytona last night. Had a pretty clean race. But yeah, he actually got into racing 25 years ago this weekend, the weekend that Dale Earnhardt passed away. He was at the race as the grand marshal and fell in love with
Wow.
racing. That's why he retired from acting. Now he's a race car driver full time.
I forgot.
And this is the 25th anniversary of
2000
oh,
or
wow.
2001. That was when Dale. That was the race. Wasn't it?
2001, yeah.
Wow, I'll tell you what, Neil Bonnet, the 2 years before that,
so-
he was racing. He was running
I've
different
had
children's cars.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. on our good buddy has this show that he comes on once in a while, Burning Rubber Radio, and I've had Junior on. He's a cool cat, but I didn't know it was the 25th anniversary of that.
Yeah, there's probably, Nick, you assume they're going to see something there over at Daytona there as we get ready for the 500 tomorrow.
At the Fergs event we have for the Grand Prix on the February 25th, the owner and driver of the team that Frankie Muniz drives for is supplying the truck, thanks to Pure Culture Vodka, which is helping us sponsor the truck. So Frankie won't probably be there, but we'll have his team owner there.
And I get to drive it.
Wait, I wouldn't let you drive my FJ Cruiser out there.
It can't hurt to ask.
You can ride in the passenger seat. We'll put you in the back seat.
Well, I'll just hold it. Let me lay on the back.
trunk.
Because remember that it's flat, the whole back end. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be fun watching those trucks racing on the streets. I mean, and I hope we get the dry weather, but even if it's wet, it's going to make those rooster tails on those corners even more exciting.
Oh, yeah. They will have wet weather tires, so anything's possible.
Heck yeah.
All right, let's switch gears on you.
The ghost story.
Tampa Bay.
You got to tell the ghost story.
Tampa Bay Rays Fan Fest.
One or the Vinoy one?
The Vinoy ghost story.
Tampa Bay. Can I finish?
Yeah,
The
sorry.
Tampa Bay Rays Fan Fest, and you were a bat boy for 12 years. I got to reintroduce him.
Oh, that's right.
And he calls me last night, and I don't know what time it was, and I never know what's going to come out of
I
his
was
mouth.
sleeping. I had a couple of beers.
Yeah, I never know what's going to come out of his pie hole, but he says, hey, ask him about the ghost story. Ask him about the ghost story.
Let me set it up, though, please. Because, no, Adam or Nick, go ahead. You
Let him
set it
do it.
up. Go ahead. Tell us why we were sequestered, when was it, and for what reason?
Okay, so it was 2020 COVID year. We had obviously a late start to the season, but before the playoffs happened, any team that was potentially going to go to the playoffs or was playing a team that was going to the playoffs, they had to do the bubble. And so we all had to quarantine the last week of the year and the first week of the playoffs before they went off to the California bubble. So we went to the Vinoy for about 2 weeks. And, I was a week there. I was so focused on working and going back to the ballpark, and we're doing tests every day, just makes the games happen. I hadn't thought about the ghost stories, but I'd heard them. I get home one day from the ballpark and just ordered my dinner for the night because we couldn't go anywhere. Took a shower, and I get out. I'm completely sober. Mind you, I am completely sober.
I'm completely sober.
And I get out of the shower, and I just have this weird feeling to look out the peephole of my room. And I do, and there's this woman there, dressed in all white, really cute and everything like that. But I'm like, my friends know they can't come to visit me here.
How much mileage
Am I
have you got
fool?
out
There's
of this
no way that
bullshit
guy did
story?
that.
She was 14.
How
It was
much
she was there for Wander Franco, but keep
How
going,
much
Nick. Tell the
mileage
story.
have you got out of this bullshit story in the bars?
So as I'm questioning who it was, she vanishes without me even blinking, and she's gone. I just had the most eerie feeling. And so I look up ghost stories of the Vinoy. There's a woman in white who was a big party animal. She died at the Vinoy, and she continues to go around just hang out.
Hey, I was with her. It was crazy night. I'm not kidding. Let me tell you. Because it was originally.
God.
It was originally.
You were never supposed to admit that.
What happened to this?
But she was 18. Okay.
Michael, that's your next book. What the hell
It
happened
was
to
a
this
hospital.
show?
It was a hospital. There's ghosts there. This is confirmed. The Vinoy, you've heard, or the Don Cesar on the beach,
Yeah,
St. Pete Beach. You've heard the ghost stories.
No.
No, nobody
Maybe
has.
that's just you.
Oh, so actually,
Okay, that was
wants
me and
more-
Nick.
He wants more screen time. That's what he wants.
But Nick, do me a favor. You also said that you had a ghost story at the Trop. Can you go into that a little bit? Because, there's still people to this day. Well, that was a ghost story.
And you got some Daytona 500 ghost stories too.
No, it was the Blue Jays
Not
on
yet.
it was the Blue Jays on
Hey, that was not nice.
It was the Blue Jays on a Thursday night, and the ghost was just the one person who was at the game. But Nick, tell us about that one.
So this one's not as exciting, but obviously, like, we'd be there at all hours of the night, and pretty much other than security, it was just the 6 clubhouse guys waiting for the next team to come in.
Drunk out of their
And so
minds.
I'd be running all of
Smoked
our
He
out.
wasn't
different
sober this
storage
time.
rooms.
Go ahead. Sorry, Nick.
And, so I'd be running around to our storage rooms, and I was alone. It was super dark, and I'm just, like, sitting there, and I hear my friend go, like, "Nick, when are we leaving here?" And I turn around, and it was like it looked like my friend Allie, and I was like, "What?" And then, again, same situation, vanishes. And this one, like,
cannabis
it
is
was
not
the last
legal
one I
in
just-
Florida.
Well, she dressed in white too, because I'm starting to see it.
Cannabis,
No.
cannabis
That
is
was
not
weird.
legal in Florida.
It wasn't then.
I tell you what, people are gonna look up Vanoy ghost stories after this intro.
Oh,
Benoit has them too. But Nick, you went for a job. How? And then because we're telling the story here in a Sports Connection. How did you come about getting your job as a bat boy for our Tampa Bay Rays?
That was just the most ironic story ever. I was
He had
doing
a,
Tampa
he had a
sports
dream. There
jobs.
was a ghost that said, "Go fill out your application."
But no, yeah, I applied to a bat boy job opening, as I mentioned before. Like, I applied to a concession stand job, didn't get that, but then somehow ended up getting the Rays bat boy job after a couple of little tryouts and spring training and everything like that. And it was the weirdest thing because I was like, I've got no chance to get this job if they won't take me in the concession stand.
Couldn't even get a Twisties. Couldn't even get a job in the Twisty cones.
Well, the thing was, the people in the kitchens made a little more money, and Stu was all about cutting corners. So I mean, but hey, Nick, it worked.
Hey, there is
Yeah, this guy looks expensive here.
listen to this. There's a hotel that I put a lot of people up. I put the micro wrestlers and people that come in to participate in events, and it's called Crystal Bay down here on the Inner Central and Treasure Island, right on the water. Now, Crystal Bay is known for Babe Ruth staying there, Marilyn Monroe, Joe DiMaggio, back in the day, and Lou Gehrig. And I want you. I'm gonna pay for the room. I want you to go down there and stay overnight and have a conversation with the great Bambino. Can you do that?
Hey,
I can, yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to get him to record anything, but yeah, I can let you know what I come up with.
I know some ghostwriter.
a ghost writer.
Yeah, I know. Well, and I know people that write about ghosts. So I know ghostwriters and people that write about ghosts.
All right. This was the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection, providing a positive perspective on sports.
Where was the positive perspective?
Till Ray Kennedy says, "Tell the ghost story." All right, brother. So talk about the promotion down here at Ferg's, and then we'll let you go.
Okay, so
you're probably on the Discovery
keep forgetting
Channel.
I'm here for a reason, aren't I?
You probably got a show on the
February
Discovery
25th,
Channel.
Wednesday, February 25th, we will be doing an event at Ferg's. The people at Pure Culture Vodka have helped me tremendously. They are sponsoring one of the trucks that's going to be on the track. Rayum Brothers Racing. Josh Rayum will be there in attendance. Ferg's is going to get this is a big surprise. Ferg's is going to get a little decal on the truck. And so we're going to have the truck there at the event. We're going to have one of the Mazda teams from JTR. They're bringing their car, and they're going to be hanging out with us too. And it's just going to be a really cool event for 3 hours. Just get everybody, jazzed up for the event. And obviously Thursday, the Vanoy has their party in the park with the IndyCar teams and everything like that. And it's going to be a really, really fun week.
Here's a little factoid, and he won't admit it on the air, but I'm going to spill the beans on it. When you put that on that car, some people are going to think you have the Ford Motor Company, because if you take a look at the Ford Motor Company logo and Ferg's original. I'm just saying
it's tilted. So
no, it's not
it's
tilted. It was basically he and his buddies had some beers and go, well, let's just roll with that for now. And that is the God's truth, the Ferg's logo. Take a look at it.
Best laid plans.
Looks like Ford. So they're going to wonder if it's the Ford logo.
It's going to look good.
Interesting. Well, I mean, luckily we're going to have enough people taking pictures of the truck that, it'll be pretty clear, but it will be really awesome that, we're going to have a ton of people at the race that weekend. But the race is on national TV Fox. So people are going to see, the logo all across the world.
Bravo.
Love
All
it.
right, brother. Well, we're going to make sure that you're a regular on the show. We got to wind things down. Appreciate you sharing your ghost stories. More to come.
Yeah.
Crystal Bay ghost stories with Joe DiMaggio. I want to be with you when you have the conversation with Marilyn Monroe, if that's okay.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'll patch
Okay.
you in the call.
All right, my man.
Pat you in the goal.
Have a
Calling Mike.
have a great weekend. Holy hell!
Thank you guys again for having me on. Always. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah.
All right?
Take care,
Ray,
Nick.
you couldn't have taken us further off the. Off
Well,
the
now it's
track.
my fault.
Yeah.
It always
I'm
is.
just gonna run with it. You hand me the ball. I'm just gonna keep going.
Bury the lead. It always
Well,
is.
Michael.
I just opened the hole. I just ran through.
Michael, there's your your next thought when you get this other book out for publish. Hey, young lady,
Mm-hmm.
A+ on your debut on the
Thank
Tampa
you,
St.
thank
Pete
you.
Sports Connection.
This
Thanks
is
for
our
having
first
me.
time.
First time.
It's probably my last time. Then.
Well, yeah.
Bye-bye.
Hey, and if I didn't own the company,
Au
my
revoir.
ass would be out the door too if I didn't own the company. So we'll throw her and these young guys on. And
She's bilingual. Like I only barely speak English.
yeah, well,
I'll write a book.
well, you heard me. You've heard me fumble, stumble, bumble. So anyway, she did a superb job. And
Thank you.
go over and enjoy the Fan Fest. I think everybody's going to Fan Fest today. And get the old man some swag if they're doing the free bag stuff. I'll pay for the bags.
And happy Valentine's
I'm telling
Day,
you.
everybody. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Get it out.
God.
Spread the love. Yeah.
Please,
Down here at
please.
Ferg's. And you have the Daytona 500 down here on most of the televisions tomorrow,
On the
besides
ju-
some
the
basketball.
Jumbotron.
And the
Then
big jumbo out back.
At 2:30 on the Jumbotron.
Yes,
There'll
sir.
be some specials. So come on down here for that. And don't forget tomorrow, 11 to 12 on this channel. It is the boys, Jake and Tristan. They do a superb job. I'm sure they'll be breaking down their incorrect Super Bowl predictions. Talking about correct. Yeah,
They were close. They were close.
correct.
If only he'd had
Okay.
2 touchdowns. But Jake,
Yeah, well, a lot of gamblers say that. Anyway, it's been a great great day, interesting show. But I want to thank the Rowdies for coming down. Of course, Jim Hart and Ryan Helfrich. And I tell you what, that coach, I think he's the right guy for this team.
Sure.
And you know what it takes.
Yeah.
Because what they do at Eckerd is they assemble people from all over the country,
Yep.
all over the world. Excuse me. And I'm looking forward to those conversations too. So, looking back at FanFest, of course, the Winter Olympics, we're in third place medal count.
3rd place.
Yeah.
And it's
And-
early. It's
Yeah.
early. Another week and a half.
And Erin Jackson from Ocala, she won the gold medal. Forgot to recognize her in speed skating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a possibility she'll be at Ferg sometime in April or May. So I'm Mike Orchard for Ray Kennedy, Nick Cowan, Jim Hart, of course, Michael Lortz. We didn't get the chance to get Leo Fernandez in here. Tristan and Aiden, and of course, Adam Fernandez. He's our director of video streaming. He does a superb job. And Joe Bedreau for the last almost 7 years now on RadioSt.Pete.com, Florida Sports Stream. Thanks for listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. Wishing you and your families a fabulous weekend. God bless you. God bless America. And have a championship weekend.
Cut the wide shot.
Happy Valentine's Day.